Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to the Done Creative Live. How is everybody tonight, today, this afternoon, this evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are? I hope you're all doing well. I know I'm doing well. Been working very hard these past couple days to bring and deliver the content over on Patreon, and of course, here on my live stream channel and on my main channel. Just been doing all the things between all three. Oh, it's not me. It's the forest fire sunset that is making me look like I'm glowing. I wish, right? Yeah, it really is a beautiful, but yet nasty smoke out there, but beautiful haze comes in the windows. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. But yes, I have been over working on Patreon. We already have our first weekly video over there. I have a poll up for the Mercury retrograde video we're going to have up over there. I actually sat down today, you guys, to film the first totally exclusive Patreon only pick a card. I got it all lined out. I like to put my Lemurian sea quartz crystals on the different piles to really charge them up and collect and gather all those collective energies. And as I was doing that, Spirit knocked on my little door. I mean, they were the ones that gave me this idea in the first place, right? But the Spirit knocked on my little door and was like, hey, just letting you know that maybe instead of just keeping this a Patreon exclusive, let's just bust this wide open and put it on your channel so more people can benefit. And the idea that Spirit gave me for the pick a card was an interview with your shadow. So, going in deep. And boy, did we go in deep today filming that video. Me and Spirit, they were delivering it. Your shadow, those of you who are going to watch this collective reading, your shadows really delivered and gave some amazing advice as to how to integrate your shadow. Wow, I'm still reeling from the amazing messages. 2-hour long video. And you know me, I like to keep it around that 1 hour mark, if not a little earlier than that, but Spirit was dishing it out hot. Your shadows were dishing it out hot, so we're here for it. And it's not going to just be over on Patreon, but this style of video is exactly what we're going to be doing over on Patreon. So this might be like a little Patreon peek into Patreon. I might call it peek into Patreon. Interview with your shadow, pick a card reading. But wow, I'm still having about an hour left of it over there editing, and mind blown. Amazing pick a card. Probably one of the most, I won't say the most, but one of the most transformational pick a cards that I have channeled yet on my channel. It's not there yet, but it will be. I'm pretty sure that one will be live sometime early next week. I'm trying to get back to my Monday, Thursday, 2 uploads a week schedule that I fell off of midsummer. Still trying to catch up, but we will get there. We will get there. So enough rambling from me. That's what's coming in hot. And I'm thinking that what we're going to do today is we're going to pull one card for everybody who's here for about the first 20 minutes or so. I'm going to give you, what should we do? Okay, put a 333 in the chat if you would like me to pull you one card and do a quick little, like 1 to 2 sentence reading. I always say that, and then I get like 3 paragraphs in, and I'm like, okay, I got to go to the next person. All right, Michelle Lynn is the first 333, so let's bring it on for Michelle Lynn. We've got abundance. There's abundance coming in for you. I think this is something you've really worked hard for, and whoop, there it is. Spirit's like, whoop, there it is. So I don't know if there's a message in that song. They brought that song forward not that long ago in another reading, or maybe someone's personally, I don't even remember at this point. But yeah, maybe listen to that song. It was tag team. Oh, maybe it was during the live stream, the Patreon party, or maybe it was Saturday's readings. I don't remember. Live stream for sure though. I remember it now. Tag team back again. Yeah. All right, Peggy wants a card. Hello, everybody. I hope you're having an amazing day or evening or whatever. Yes, we've got 7 people and 9 likes on the video. It was 8 and 8 just a second ago, but yes. Okay, for Peggy. Peggy, No, I lied. We had started. No, it was Michelle Lynn. Yeah, this is Peggy's card. Openness. And to me, this really looks like you diving in and examining your own birth chart, really being open to the amazing gifts of knowledge that your birth chart has to offer. So if that's not something you've been interested in or haven't done, maybe look into that. Or if you've done a little bit, maybe dive a little bit deeper. There's something there that wants to illuminate for you. And isn't that, I mean, that is just glowing in this card, isn't it? Wow, I never noticed that. Well, I mean, this is a new deck still, so I've never pulled this one for myself. I only saw it once while I was flipping through when I first got the deck, but it almost feels like it's illuminated. Wow, okay. So up next, this is your sign, Peggy. Absolutely it is. Jasui wants a card. Let's get a card for Jasui. Here we are. Same diff. Jasui, look into that birth chart. Be open to experiencing more that life has to offer you. So everything I just said for Peggy applies to you as well, Jasui. So it's interesting when we get collective energies coming out, but I'm just seeing you being more open to like giving certain people another chance or just open to new experiences even. So keep that in mind. Jasui. Steffers wants a card. All right. Ooh, solitude. So there is this need here in the coming days, maybe weeks, to, if you can pull yourself away from other people and other things that you have going on, to take these moments of quietude, of solitude, to really get in communion with your higher self so you know what you need to do moving forward. Because I feel like you have a big plan that you're looking to take action on or implement into your life. And getting that solitude will help you get those divine downloads of information for how to move forward. All right. Up next, we've got Lunar Refresh. Let's get Lunar a card. It's already stabbing me here in the hand. Woo, trust. And look at that beautiful symbolism here. We've got a crescent moon, which that's about where the moon is now. I always forget, what side of the crescent is waxing, waning, but I'm sure you know, Lunar. Whatever moon phase this is a time for you to really trust, especially trust your body. Trust that your body knows the right thing to do and the right time to do something. Something about trusting your body over your mind. So keep that in mind or keep that in body. Okay, Sierra wants a card. Barbara, I got your email. I will be emailing you back in the morning. Sorry about the delay. But look what we have here for Sierra. We've got some happiness coming in. And this is playfulness too. Dolphins are very playful. And partnership, I'm seeing with the two dolphins here. This is you really having a deep connection and deep happiness with somebody in your life. Really being able to celebrate something. All right. Barbara's card. Woo. One for Barbara. There it is. We've got focus. So there's something that you need to really buckle down on and really put your focus in. And I just heard also where attention goes, energy flows. So there may be something you're focusing on that's actually causing you a lot of stress. So if it's something you can release it. But if it's something you really do need to buckle down and just focus on and get through, if this is emotional healing or something like that, absolutely focus in it. Focus in on it so you can feel it, heal it, deal with it, and move on. But focus. Where your focus, where your attention goes, your energy is flowing in that direction. All right, Swaroop Bobby. It's the top one here. Ooh, illumination. Look at that. Beautiful. And this fog, I just heard the fog is lifting. You will be able to see right through. The clarity is coming in. This is very Ace of Swords energy to me for some reason. So you would get that clarity you seek, especially if this is something like a new direction you're wanting to go or just some new communication that you're wanting to offer forward. You're being able to illuminate even other people in your life, raise them up to your higher vibration as well. All right, so 333 for Brandy Lynn. 333 for Brandy Lynn. These are still sticky since they're so new. You've got happiness coming in as well. especially with a significant other or someone who's very near and dear to your heart, there is this sense of peace, excitement at the same time, which are kind of contradictory energies, peace yet excitement. But this is a peaceful kind of excitement, a very quiet excitement, nothing to get all crazy about. And I just heard the song by, from the Annie musical, The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow. So I don't know if you've been singing that or if that's just a song you can listen to bring more happiness into your life. I'm not sure. But that's your message, Brandy Lynn. All right, let's go down here, make sure we didn't miss anybody. Thank you so much, Brandy Lynn. Yeah, I'm having so much fun over there. I'm like holding myself back from posting more because there's so much I just want to do. I dropped a whole bunch of cards. Let me get this. But thank you. I appreciate that. This is only the beginning. I'm in the works for planning the very first spiritual talk with a guest. I'm really excited about that. Okay, so my crystals back where they were. And my chat jumped. So sorry. Thank you so much, Sama. I appreciate that. All right, Jessica Lynn. Is that who I was on? And Monica, for some reason, your Patreon subscription thing is having trouble or it's delayed or something. So maybe look into that. I don't know what's going on. No worries on my end, but if you were hoping to get access to all Patreon stuff, there's something you need to do on your end because I think it's in declined or something. That's what they're telling me anyway. So I think it was Jessica Lynn. Is that who we're on? Yes, I do believe. Okay, Jessica Lynn, get your card. Here we are. Wow, we've got wonders, and we have a crystal point here. To me, it looks like purple fluorite, not purple fluorite, maybe even amethyst. Could even be rose quartz because the lighting is kind of darker and dimmer. Whatever resonates most with you, but this is just you having this sense of like childlike wonder is really what I'm seeing with this. And this to me feels like dream time, like nighttime. Maybe your mind is going to be very active at night, but not active in that stressful way, but active in a way where you're wanting to create something or you're getting really good ideas coming up. So that's really exciting, Jessica Lynn. Who is next? You're so welcome, Steppers. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Sam. I appreciate it. Yeah, we reached 20K on the main channel. And yes, the Patreon is launched, as we all know, because I won't shut up about it. Haha, trust again. Always my message these past few months. Guess I haven't integrated that lesson yet. Right? Oh, man. It just follows us around. Okay, let me make sure. My chat just jumped again. Every time I scroll, it jumps back to the bottom. So I got to go back up. Sama wants a card. Let's get a card. Sama is opportunity. Ooh, this is exciting. There's a new opportunity for you. To me, this feels like, again, like an Ace of Swords kind of energy. So a new opportunity for you to speak your truth or for you to be able to communicate with someone or say something to someone or someone's coming to you with a message. This is an opportunity, though, for growth. Whatever it is that's coming in, this is something exciting that you're really going to be ready to take action on. But I think there is this kind of grace period about a whole moon phase. So about 27 to 29 days where you're integrating this idea before you really take action on it. But again, your mind's going to be very creatively active at night. So you may even get some divine downloads in your dreams. Pretty exciting. Nadu 94 wants a card. We have stillness. So there is this need for you to calm down a little bit and just get into your present moment and be still. Maybe taking a rest, allowing yourself to take a nap or a break or go on vacation if it's at all possible. But just quieting your mind, even if you don't have a lot of time you can do this in, just taking quiet moments during the day, multiple times a day, like for even just a minute or so to just really connect with your breath, connect with your body, and just get very mindful and in the present moment. Okay, who's next? Yeah, if you're just joining us, we've probably got about 6 minutes left of me pulling free cards. If you've already had a card pulled, let's give everybody else a chance to get one. Just put a 333 in the chat, and that lets me know that you're ready. Thank you so much, Steph Freeman Art. Yes, I'm excited about it. Oh, your payment, you tried different methods and it didn't work. I will have to find a tricky way. I'm so sorry about that, Monica. Well, hopefully you can get it figured out because we would love to have you over there. Let's see. 333 for Brittany Farrell. You have flexibility. So there is this need coming up for you to be a little flexible, especially if you've had your mind made up about something or the way that you do something, like a daily routine kind of thing, that Spirit's asking you to be a little flexible because actually maybe an idea that someone else has is actually better than the one you have, or maybe you're rushing to get out the door, but things just aren't lining up. Just know that things are happening for a reason, and just to be more present, more mindful. I think that's like a collective energy right now. Just be present and mindful and be more flexible, that things don't have to be so stiff and rigid. And, you know, by every 15-minute increments, you're now shifting and doing this and doing that and doing this. But be flexible with your time, effort, attention. Okay, Rita S wants a card. Here we go. We have inner peace. So there's something that's been kind of worrying you or stressing you out lately that you're going to get good news on, or just have this overwhelming sense of peace come over you from within. This is your higher self really stepping into kind of, you know, Jesus take the wheel kind of moment. And it doesn't even have to be anything that stressful. It could just be daily stress, or just kind of, you know, stress about that, you know, virus that's been going around the last however long, and just all the effects of what that entails. You're getting this sense of inner peace and knowing that everything is going to be okay in your life. So that's awesome. Brittany, or no, that was for Steph Freeman. No, that was Rita S. See, it just jumped. So that was Rita S. Yes, that's right. All right. Okay, so Steph Freeman Art wants a card. Let's get a card for Steph Freeman Art. It's right here. Ooh, purity. Isn't that beautiful? And because you are an artist, I'm seeing you really want to integrate more like negative space, like keeping, like if you are a painter, for instance, I don't know what kind of art you create, but if you're a painter, for instance, you're keeping a lot of that canvas blank and just putting little pops of colors or splashes of light and dark. I'm just seeing contrast and just little dashes of pops of color, and just one little pop of color is really going to be enough. And as far as purity goes, like just in your life in general, this to me feels like you just wanting to purify your lifestyle, get rid of the toxicity in your diet, in your, you know, laundry detergent, in your beauty products, in your cleaning supplies. I really went in with that in a message from Spirit that posted on my main channel today. Messages from Heaven, Messages Beyond the Veil. So if you guys missed that, you can go check that out. All right, Monica wants a card. Card for Monica. And if I did mix Brittany and Rita up, let me know, because sometimes when I'm channeling, I don't know what end is up. So if I did mix you guys up, of course I started the reading saying the person's name and then did the reading. If I did do that and I didn't get to you, put another 333, or just say, hey, you skipped me, or whatever. Okay, so this was for Monica. Adventures. So there is this new adventure on the way to you, or just Spirit letting you know to be more like in your action plan or game plan to create more adventure in your day-to-day life, especially if you felt very stuck or stagnant, or like everything's so mundane and boring. It's up to you, Monica, to put a little more excitement and adventure into your life. Maybe planning a trip, if it's possible. I know in certain parts of the world that's just not feasible right now. But if you can't even leave your home, you know, planning an adventure at home, you know, picking up a good book and going on an adventure that way, or, you know, just use your intuition to see what this could mean for you. All right. You're so welcome. Absolutely. Okay. Did I do Linda's? Linda, did I do yours? Let me know. Okay, anyone who I missed, skipped, or is new here, go ahead and put a 333 in the chat. I will pull you a card before we wrap up. This is the last call, very last call. So if I did skip you, just put another 333. Okay, Rita, I did do your card. Okay. Miss Linda. Thank you for letting me know, Linda. I appreciate that. So I'm going to get Linda, and then we'll do Asia's as well. All right, Linda. One of our lucky Patreon giveaway winners, Linda, yes. Wow, we have your purification. So this is you, much like that purity card we got, purity, purification, two very similar energies. But I'm seeing, with the sunflower, the sunflower always turns to face the sun. If the sun is not out, the sunflower faces another sunflower. But what I see with this is you getting out in the sun if it's possible for you, and just getting about 10 minutes of pure, beautiful sunlight on your skin to really purify and detoxify your body. It'll help in tandem with everything else you're doing to really detoxify your body, because you really are wanting to purify your lifestyle. This goes with your thoughts, to your things you're eating, things you're doing. So, everything that you want to purify in your life, go for it. All right, Asia, and then Liz Lavender, we will round out with you. Oh, it's a sign from your dad. I love that. Wow. Then maybe check out the shadow work pick a card that I'm putting up on. It's probably going to be live on my channel, my main channel, next Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Haven't decided yet if I'm back on my regular schedule or not yet. But yes, okay. So let's see. Asia's card. Here we go. Purification as well. And you saw how much I shuffled, so it needed to come out a second time. This is you really purifying. In your instance, I'm really seeing this, Asia, as you purifying your belief systems, not beating yourself up or talking bad about yourself in your own mind. We've got 7:22 on the clock, so maybe you're seeing a lot of 22 or 222 on the clock or on license plates, billboards. But that is your sign from spirit that what you're doing is working when you see that 222, in your case specifically. But you're purifying things in your life, and it's really going to help raise your vibration, and it's going to feel much better. Yes, you're seeing 222. Well, there's your nod from spirit that we thank you for paying attention, because we can't see these signs and symbols and synchronicities from spirit if we're not in the present moment. Am I right? All right, Liz Lavender wants a card. Let's get a card for Liz Lavender. We have going forward. So things are finally moving forward for you. If you felt stuck or stagnant, or just what end is up, I don't even know. Things are finally moving forward, and it's a pretty clear path. There's not a lot of debris in the way that I can see anyway. Yeah, it looks like smooth sailing, just a very clear path. You've got the sun to light your way. Things are coming up roses, I just heard. Hello, Ethan, welcome. Let's get Ethan, and then we will close out our free readings. We've got 12 people and 11 likes on the video. Thank you so much, everybody, for all your likes. It really helps me here. All right, Ethan. Message for Ethan. Success. So something you have been working on or thinking about, or just really striving to accomplish, you're going to see success very, very soon. So keep on trucking, because good things are coming for you, Ethan. You'll be the 12th like. I love it. No, Piccoli, we'll get you. Put a 333 and we'll get you a card. Here we go. Simplicity. You're just being asked to simplify your life. Thank you so much, Linda. Yeah, it was a hot mess earlier today, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to throw it up and call it a day. There's simplicity, where you're being asked to simplify maybe elaborate plans or ways you're doing things. Simplify your life, declutter even. That's really what I'm hearing for you, Piccoli. Oh, we got a couple more coming in. So after AJ, I think I'm closing it out so we can get started on our readings. Okay, so we've got Mickey and then AJ. So Mickey's card. We've got here love. Ooh, so there's something coming in love. This could even represent self-love. If you're already in a relationship, just deepening the love you have with your person. If you're single, maybe love's about to check on in for you, Mickey, but just love, share the love, be in the vibration of love. It's really going to help you out in the coming days. All right, AJ's card. I needed a declutter still as well, so I will call myself out as well. AJ's card. We've got here flexibility. So be flexible. Listen to other people's opinions and viewpoints without you already thinking you're right. I know that's a thing. Like with many people, we're already so locked and loaded on our own belief systems that it's hard sometimes for us to just listen to other people without already having our response ready to throw back at them. So you're just being asked to be flexible. Also with your schedule, things just might be a little off kilter for a while, and your daily groove just might be a little bit interrupted, but this is actually good because it's really shaking things up and kind of stepping you out of your comfort zone in a way. So this is good. This is very North Node energy as well. So yeah, keep that in mind. This deck is called the Sacred something. Find it. Sacred Destiny Oracle. I dropped them all. By Denise Lynn. It's still a new deck, so but I love it. I've had my eye on this for over a year, well over a year, maybe closer to 2. I'm not sure exactly when this came out, but around the time it came out, I'm like, yeah, I definitely need that in my arsenal, but I never got it until recently. Hay House was having a sale, so of course I got in on that. Okay, I think that's it for our free reads. And I'm only 6 minutes late from what I said I would do. And it's all right though, because our list is pretty short tonight anyway, unless we get more donations, which then I will absolutely honor. But this is our list tonight. So we're going to start with Sierra Lavender. She's got 2 questions. We've got a Liz Lavender and a Sierra Lavender in the chat. All right, so go ahead and post your first question, Sierra. We'll get right into that for you. I'm going to catch up on some of the chat here while we wait. Hello, Michelle. Good to see you. Yes, Michelle was also one of our lucky giveaway winners over on Patreon. And I may be having yet another Patreon winner giveaway. Those who are subscribing to Patreon. I will probably actually host that over on Patreon though. I just had so much fun giving away free readings in that capacity where I could actually communicate and connect on a deeper level through Zoom that I wanna do some more. All right. I think it's once we hit, my next goal over on Patreon is once we hit 33 patrons, which we're currently at 16. So we're slowly climbing up from our live stream on Monday. We're moving on up. But when we hit 33, I have a very special Patreon only pick a card that I'm going to present over there to you guys when we hit the 33 mark. Could be sooner, could be later. Depends on you guys. Decluttering the past several weeks, unending. Yeah, right. You're probably also going through that like nesting phase too, because you're kind of on the last legs of the pregnancy, which is kind of exciting, but stressful, but exciting. Okay, let's see. Make sure I'm caught up here. Stuff does accumulate. I can totally attest to that. Just even the Oracle decks I've gotten in the last year, it's like I'm running out of space on my shelf. I might have to purge those that I really don't get drawn to use very often. I love them. I love them all, but certain ones I just don't gravitate towards as much. But then I go through phases where I do, so who knows? Okay, so Sierra wants to know, what does the remainder of 2021 look like for my business? All right. I love it. Let's find out. Oh, we have 2 more donations coming in from Aiden. Is that AJ? I never know. Remind me in the chat before we get into Sierra's question. And then we got Pika Lee times 2. So yes, Pika Lee times 2 is after Aiden. If Aiden can remind, is it AJ? Okay, it is AJ. Cool. So AJ and then Pika Lee times 2. Have a good one, Monica. It's good to see you. All right, so here we go for Sierra. Woo! It's already coming out. There's a need for balance in your career the rest of 2021. Already popping in. Okay, what else for business rest of 2021? Yeah, you're continuing to put in that effort and work, but you're seeing, look here, these grapes, I'm going to assume they're supposed to be They start out green and turn purple, those kind of grapes. So you can see they're starting to turn purple. And she looks very pleasantly happy with the progress that she has made. And the balance that she is, bringing to the table is what's really helping. So having that work life, personal life, love life, just introspective spiritual life and work balance is really going to be key for you. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, we did really tune into that already. So if you're already on that train, just keep on keeping on, because you're going to do just fine. And you're going to be able to keep balancing everything you need to balance. And you also will have time to have some fun, because she's got a glass of wine poured here. She's got a book. To me, this feels like she's working on herself as well as the business. So that's what my best advice to you would be, is to not just work on your business, but also do that self-love, self-development, self-care, all the things having to do with self, because you're the one, you're the engine of this operation. If you're not fine-tuning that engine and, giving it oil changes every once in a while, that engine's not going to do so hot. The job's not going to go so well. So make sure you're tuning into your body. Okay. Yep, Lunar's on the cleaning train. But thanks again, Ethan. Ethan, put yourself on that list as well for helping me out. I appreciate that. Okay, we've also got the Queen of Wands. So this is just you really embodying what you need to do, dotting all those I's, crossing all those T's. I always make sure I say that right. I'm like, crossing the I's, dotting the T's. That doesn't make sense. But you really are on top of your game. You've got, like, this dragon has been tamed, and you are now riding on the back of it. Like, that's impressive. This is impressive stuff. So you're going to even impress yourself the rest of 2021 in your career. Let's get one more from Moonology. Sierra Lavender's first question, and then you can go ahead and post your second question. All right, career the rest of 2021. It's time to release negativity with the full moon in Scorpio. And Scorpio season is actually coming up in like October into November, depending if you follow Vedic or Western astrology. Just find out whenever Scorpio season starts, because I think that's going to be where this balance really comes in for you, Sierra, as a time to really balance and make sure you're doing the self-care and not just working yourself and working your fingers to the bone, balancing it out. And Twaina, we just got a donation from Twaina. I haven't seen you in a hot minute, girl. Welcome. Okay, so yes, it's time to release negativity. So during the Scorpio season, I think you're going to maybe be up in your head like, oh no, what have I signed up for? I don't think I can do this. The best way to combat that negativity is to balance it out with love and self-care, personal life stuff, right? Okay, so I hope that resonated, but that really feels on par with what we've already tapped into for you, Sierra, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm remembering correctly. All right, so Sierra's second question. Yeah, there's an AJ and then an AJ Evans here, and I'm pretty sure AJ Evans is the one that donated. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let's see. Make sure we got that going on. Okay, that's right. That's correct. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Okay. So Sierra says, okay, yes, we did. I will make sure to. My next question is, I've been thinking about paying to advertise. What is the best way to market myself and business? Okay. They're wanting me to go to Modern Witch Tarot for this question, so I will oblige, Spirit. Yes, please. Okay. Let me do a big shuffle of this bad boy real quick. This is such a hard deck to shuffle. They're so thick and stiff. That sounded dirty. But it's just hard. It's just hard on my little fingers. This is probably one of the hardest, if not the hardest, if I'm really honest. This is the hardest deck I have to shuffle. I can shuffle it this way just fine, but it's a thick daddy. All right. So, let's see. Let me reword the question as I shuffle. Thinking about paying to advertise, what is the best way to market herself and the business? Okay, wow. So we've got the Justice and the Devil. So this is you really balancing. There's that balance again, temperance and justice, this need to balance. So they're really showing you putting a lot of your personality into your brand, into your advertising. That's actually really going to benefit you. And not getting all up in your head and thinking bad about yourself or like, oh no, what if I don't do it right? Because devil is also like Capricorn energy. So we've got Libra energy, Capricorn energy. And Capricorn energy is kind of that slow and steady energy, building a solid foundation, not having to jump in and do it all at once. So it's like balancing things out. Maybe just try finding whatever market that you think is best. Could be like on social media, like a social media outlet or app that you're advertising on, or like local radio station. There's something where you're just advertising just for a short time, just to test the waters, just to see how this goes. Because I think as you go through life, you're really gonna see and not just life, but like your business, get your feet wet and really get going on your business. You're going to see what works and what doesn't. So this might end up you doing a little bit of trial and error, but this is actually for your benefit because you're learning a lot along the way. And any dollar spent where you actually learn a lesson is money well spent. So let's see what else is coming in for Sierra being able to advertise, best ways to advertise and market herself. But I'm really just hearing from Just Friends, that little ditty by Ryan Reynolds' character's mom, be yourself. So look up Just Friends, Be Yourself on YouTube. Sometimes I share it. It's just funny. But look at this. Being yourself is leading to ultimate fulfillment and success, because the King of Pentacles is a business savvy mofo. Let's, for lack of better terms, this person knows what's up as far as marketing and creating abundance in their life. Again, it took going from page to knight to queen to king to get there, but this is ultimately where you're going. It's just maybe a little trial and error is what's going on here. But I love that we've got the King of Pentacles with this earth energy of Capricorn here as well. This just lets you know that earth energy in your chart, in your birth chart. If you don't know what earth places are in your chart, you can look that up. If you already do know, that earth trine is really going to be where you focus to create that abundance and stability in your life through your business. But let's get one more. We're going to go over here to the Shaman's Dream Oracle. Marketing. Oh, you're a Taurus, so that makes a lot of sense with just wanting that stability and pleasure and luxury in life. I'm a Taurus sun in Western astrology, so I know all about that. And in both Western astrology and Vedic astrology, I have my Mercury in Taurus in the 8th house, so I know all about that. All right, one more for Sierra's marketing and advertising. Wow. You're needing to market. You're needing to put your name out there. This could look like you getting in contact with other people that do similar to what you do, or just putting your name out there, handing out flyers, just maybe starting some sort of social media platform where you do giveaways if at all possible, or you give away discounts that way. That can be a good way to connect with people with this jeweled web card here. But there are big changes coming. So it's almost like one kind of marketing campaign that you start out with, you totally shift gears. And I think it's going to come as a result of you realizing you're not being as authentic as you want to be. It feels too salesy. It feels too dry and boring. So you toss that idea aside and really embody something that feels more balanced. And it to me feels like a win-win with you and your clients. And correct me if I'm wrong, Sierra, were you an accountant or someone to do with finance? Because I'm really seeing balanced books here. I'm hearing balanced books. No one balances books like Sierra. Like, that's what I just heard. So correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what Spirit's showing me. Or just being able to balance your budget and all of that. Bookkeeper, there we go. So I think you're going to do just fine. And even just bringing that sense of balance. Remember with that temperance card you got with your business already. Bringing that into your marketing, bringing that into your advertising and your business. It's all... You're going to figure it out as you go. And I just heard, oh, what a tangled web we weave. But really, you, in this instance, you are the spider. You're the spider. You're weaving the web to catch new customers. Not as cryptic as what a spider would do with those customers, but you get what I'm saying. So you're weaving that web to create long-term stability long-term clients. This isn't you just wanting to make one quick sale and on to the next. You want like long-term clients. And it's actually a lot cheaper to keep a client than to go get a new one. All right. I hope that resonated for you, Sierra. But I think you're just going to try a few different things or a lot of different things and just really see what works best for you. But again, being your authentic self is what's really going to shine brightly for you. Because people need to see what an amazing light you are. Okay. So up next was Michelle Lynn's first question. Oh, it's hot in here. Spirit is delivering the thunder tonight and it's hot. I might open my window just to see if it's cooler outside than it is in this blazing hot room. So give me about 2 seconds. It's very smoky out here, so I might regret it. Okay. Breeze feels slightly cooler than the rest. Okay. All right. Back in the grind. Here we go. So, what past life karma do I have with Brett? I never understood why he stopped talking to me or what lesson I'm learning. There was never any closure. He always came in and out of my life. Okay. Let's go to my deck with reversals. The Spirit's telling me to do it, so I'm going to listen. So, we're just going to shuffle, reverse, shuffle again. All right, that should do her. Okay. Woo, we already got something coming in. We got the Knight of Wands in reverse. So it's almost like this energy or attraction, either romantically or just to your energy. It kind of comes and goes and starts and stops, or like it bursts forward and then burns out real quick. That's the kind of energy that Knight of Wands in reverse is bringing to me here. I'm going to clarify that with a couple more cards just to really paint a picture here. But I think he's just very unsure of who he is and like trial and error. Like he's in and out of relationships, friendships, romantic interests. Like he's always changing his mind. And there is this deception here with the Seven of Swords, like sneaking off in the night, keeping secrets. I think there's something about you that secretly intrigues him. So he's like, all right, I'm back in your life. But then again, like the thief in the night, he sneaks back out and you don't hear from him again. That's really the embodiment of what I'm really seeing here. And it's interesting because we've got fire energy and we've got air energy. So I don't know if he is fire and air mixed within his chart. That's what I'm really seeing here. But let's just see past life. Let's ask specifically about, whoa, there's a lot of cards on the floor. So you've had many lives together. Let's look at this here. Look at all these cards. Lots and lots of stuff. So Spirit's almost like we could be here all night dissecting. Oh, let me count the ways is what they just said. So it's almost like I want to just narrow it down to what is it helping for you in this life? Yes, it never lasts long. I never felt enough for him. Like he was always looking for the next best thing. Absolutely, that's his energy. And he is a Capricorn. Okay, so that makes sense. Let's see. The Tower in reverse. So I think as far as past life energy going on, this is big because you guys did go through a very destructive time in one of the most recent past lives, or as far as you bringing in karma to offload in this life. It has to do with a big fallout in a relationship where you guys were actually mother and daughter, which is very weird. You were the daughter, he was the mother, and the mother was very controlling and destructive and just emotionally manipulative to you, and then eventually just left you. You were like, okay, they're showing me like 1700s. Where is this? Korea. Weird. Random. Very random. I don't think we've tapped into anything from Korea yet. Wow, that's interesting. But like the 1700s in what we consider modern day Korea, North Korea specifically. And he, as the mother, left you when you were 14 just to fend for yourself. no prospects of marriage, which was a big thing back then. What Spirit's showing me, just up and abandoned you, and you're still working through that in this life. But the Tower is in reverse, so really, this is more internal than external. Although the feelings he gives you in this life are very internalized, that then become external, super controlling. Yes, I can feel that, and that's how he was as that mother energy, very controlling, controlled every little thing he did until he was just gone. Or, the mother was just gone. And wow, now what? Now what? I'm getting major chills too. So, okay, so it's Archangel Michael coming in. He's telling me to use his deck. Let's see. What lessons or just advice does Spirit have for this connection for Michelle Lynn specifically? How to deal with him? Any words of wisdom or advice? Okay. Wow. Look at this. You can't make this stuff up. Your children are watched over by angels. So to me, this is that nod back to that life where you were his daughter as the mother. You were the daughter, and you always had protection, and you still do. You still have divine protection from him. But Archangel Michael's coming in to say that on the other side, you guys are like Flynn, your besties, like soul family, ain't no thing. And you guys do like to sign up for those heavy, hard-hitting roles in each other's lives. Yeah, I do think he will come back around. And you don't have to give in this time. Absolutely not. Hold your ground. I think that's part of you, finally admitting the truth to yourself, right? Admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly. And the advice at the bottom, I appreciate your support in helping me face my feelings with grace and acceptance so that I can be lovingly honest with myself and others. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for giving me the courage and strength. So you will overcome this back and forth pull with his energy. Even if you kind of leave it off and you let him know, I'm just done with this. What I see is you actually overcoming this and is about to be friends or completely cut ties. I think it's up to you. I think you can do whatever you feel is right for you in any given moment, even if you decide, okay, we'll just be friends, and then 3 or 4 years down the line decide finally then cut ties. It's totally up to you, but you need to admit whatever truth it is about this connection to yourself and then act accordingly. So if it feels in your best interest to cut ties completely, do that. If it feels in your best interest to give him one more chance just to be friends and see how that goes, then go that road. Let's get one more word of advice from the tarot here as far as being friends or cutting ties. Any words of wisdom here? We have the 9 of Cups. So this is the hard work paying off. So interpret as you will. The truth that you are admitting to yourself, it will come full circle and pay off for you. I think ultimately he just won't ever be a stable person in your life, or like that person you can lean on or count on. He's never going to be that. Even as a friend, he's going to still be very flaky and flighty. I don't think he's ever going to outgrow that with you, especially because, again, there's just this twisted ball of karma that you guys are just really working through. Or just, I won't even say karma. I just think this really feels like just soul lessons. You know that this person on the other side as souls, they know you are tailor-made to help them learn lessons, and they are tailor-made to help you learn lessons. That's really how I see that. So I hope that resonated and didn't confuse you further. Spirit tends to do that when it's a deep question like this, but I try to just scratch the surface and tie it up as best I can. Let's see. Okay, yeah, he's not stable even for himself. And I can really feel that. And that's one of the lessons he's trying to overcome in this life or trying to learn. So, yeah. Okay, so next question for Michelle Lynn. Go ahead and post your next question. And then we will do your yes or no. I'm going to update the list because I'm not sure if Ethan's here. I haven't checked the chat for a hot minute, so I'm not sure. And I need to update my list actually because I don't have Twaina and all of them on there either. Give me a moment, stand by. Okay, so from AJ to Pika-Lee to Twaina, that's what we got. Okay. Cool. All right, now I have my updated list. Let me just double check if we didn't have any other donations coming in. Nope, Twina was the last one. All right, here we go. So Michelle Lynn's second question. I feel like I'm the spiritual black sheep of my family. Why am I so spiritual? Is it part of the past life that I'm bringing into this life? I hope to strengthen my abilities as I grow older. All right, let's tap in and tune in. We're going to the Light Seers Tarot. Michelle Lynn, spiritual black sheep of the family. Any words of wisdom or advice? She's wanting to strengthen these abilities as she grows older. Okay, I'm hearing that you are like a light that planted or implanted into this family line to really bring up the trauma, heal the trauma, and then bring the light, bring the thunder, Spirit just said. Yes, that Queen of Wands, you're an inspiration. Even if you still feel kind of, I guess, like insecure about your abilities or, you know, not wanting to share that with your family members for fear of them rejecting you or thinking, wow, she's gone crazy, or, you know, whatever, all the things that we all go through. But I think eventually they're just really going to look up to you as that light, as that leader, as that inspiration and guiding light in their lives. I mean, look at all that healing energy she brings to this family line. All right, what else is going on? Michelle Lynn, spiritual path, feeling like that black sheep. Is this part of that past life that she's bringing into this life? I think so. Six of Cups, nostalgia, past life vibes. Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely. This is past life oriented, but I think there are many people in your family line and close friend circle that are soul family, that do travel like little troubadours from lifetime to lifetime to lifetime, that you can help fulfill each other's wishes and desires and lessons, much like with Brett. But some of these connections don't have to be so severe as what you deal with Brett. They think I'm crazy, but I would love to share what I've learned. Yeah. And Spirit's showing me you just planting little seeds, like just saying something just on the verge of spiritual, but could kind of be more like philosophical or inspirational, that just plants that little seed. And then later get a little more daring and plant a seed, another seed, and another seed. And eventually you're going to learn, Michelle, that they're just going to come to you when they awaken, or when they have questions about, you know, their life and dark nights of the soul and all these things. They're going to know exactly who to go to for help because you've planted so many seeds. Okay, so they're going to know exactly where to reach you when they need you, or, you know, not to say you're going to be at their beck and call or anything like that, but I know me just sharing what I used to share on Facebook when I awakened, and at first I like went full like blah, just spit it all out, and almost nobody had the capacity to even fathom what I was talking about. So I'm sure, I don't know for sure, but I'm sure people called me crazy. But as things evolved, and as a lot of the stuff I was talking about that was going to happen in the 3D Matrix started happening, I started getting private messages on Facebook like, hey, I remember a couple years ago when you were talking about this, and now I like see it happening. So like, what do I do? And I can't tell you the amount of people, friends, family, people I grew up with, people I barely know but are more like acquaintances from my hometown, that will message me and then ask questions or tell me that I inspired them in some way. And I really am seeing a very similar path for you as well. Because yes, magician, you have all the tools to help bring about a new life, that new light to this world. And people really are inspired by that, and they want a piece of that for themselves. And again, they're not looking at you in a jealous way, but like in an inspirational kind of way. Yeah, a good witch. Absolutely. That's exactly the vibes I'm getting with this magician here. Shaman, witch, like you dealt with elementals in fairies, the fae, spirit in general, just a seer, you know? Let's get one more to wrap this up for Michelle Lynn. Anything else she needs to know about the future of her spiritual progression and dealing with family? Yeah, right now you're just in the beginning stages of really what you're here to experience with your spiritual path and how to deal with family about it. But this could be you making plans, maybe plans to take some sort of spiritual kind of road trip, or spiritual, like, what is it called? Like I don't know, like going to some sort of like spiritual place, like a pilgrimage. That's the word I'm sitting here trying to figure out. Retreat. Pilgrimage. Yes, two very similar words. I was retreat I was looking for, and then Spirit gave me pilgrimage. Spirit's much more sophisticated than I ever thought it'd be. But yeah, I think you planning some sort of, because look here, and it might be near water because there's a surfboard leaned up against this Volkswagen bus here, and there's a globe. So travel. She's looking out her window like, I can't wait for that to happen. To me, this feels about 3 years away that you're going to be taking this trip. 2 to 3 years. No more than 3 years away, though. That's really mostly what I see. On the back of the deck, we've got the Ace of Wands. And this is something that's going to, look, this is progression. Ace to 2 of Wands. So you're getting a really divinely inspired idea of a place that you desperately want to go visit. To me, it feels like it's in the South of America, maybe South America, maybe Central America, somewhere in that southerly region of North America, going into Central and South America. Maybe you have multiple stops. Maybe you're actually taking a road trip, possibly. But I hope that resonated for you. All right. So go ahead and post your yes/no question, and we'll get into that, Michelle Lynn. And then up next after that, we've got AJ Evans. So AJ, have your question ready to post here very soon. And then we've got Pika Lee ×2, and then Twaina. And that's all we've got here, besides Vicky Downey, who is a holdover. Not a holdover, but she's just not here. So we're going to do hers last. So not everybody has to sit through it if she's here. All right. So is one of my soulmates' job a lawyer or accountant? I know he has strong Libra placements. Okay, let's find out. Is one of Michelle Lynn's soulmates a lawyer or accountant? This person she feels has strong Libra placements. All right. I don't think so. Interesting. They may have those strong Libra placements, but I think they're doing something more off script with what they do. May not be as traditional as a lawyer or an accountant. To me, this feels more spiritually based, or like life coach type of thing, or personal trainer kind of thing, something like that, where they are taking the knowledge they have and then helping people, kind of almost as a teacher or a guru of some sort. That's how I see that. So really, they are a professional in their field. It's just, I don't think it is a lawyer or an accountant specifically. So I hope that answered that question. So I think you're on the right track with the Libra. This is someone who desperately wants to help other people. And yeah, like a life coach, yeah. Something like that. Maybe even a nutritionist, or someone who's really good with like meal plans. I don't know. Because this is like a mind, body, soul kind of thing. This isn't just, physical stuff, I don't think. I think it's a nice mix between mental, spiritual, physical. Okay. So, AJ, go ahead and post your question, AJ Evans. I'm going to take a big old gulp of my water. Okay. Already know what deck we're going with. Spirit already called it for us. So AJ says, I've been feeling lonely. Oh yeah, that's right, Sama. Great point. And it's interesting because my Chiron is in my 7th house. So that's so funny. Well, in Vedic astrology, the Chiron would be placed in the 7th house, but in Western astrology, it's in the 8th house. So interesting take. I like that. You need a nutritionist in your life. So do I. It's like I know what I need to eat. I just don't always eat that thing. AJ Evans says, I've been feeling lonely since coming out of the dark night of the soul. I would like to know, will I meet my soul family soon? Yes. Look, you are with them, going in a new direction. This is you leaving that dark night energy and going in a new and exciting direction. I think you might meet some of these people in the nighttime. Maybe you're chatting with them online or meeting them in some online community or online presence. And you spend a lot of time like late into the night chatting back and forth. Maybe you're texting or communicating. This is my internet card. So you're communicating with them online a lot. But to me, this feels like you're meeting like-minded people. They may even be kind of spread out all over the world or all over the country you're in. So they may not all be in your area, but I think eventually you will be able to meet these people in real life and then start to meet people in your own area who are awakened and like-minded. Wow, and there will be a King of Cups energy. This is like a soul brother kind of energy, or just maybe like almost like a guru, mentor, father figure type of person. They don't necessarily have to always be with the King of Cups, a man, but if it is a woman, she's really presenting herself with that really divine masculine energy, very action oriented, a doer, someone who probably has a successful business, that kind of vibe. But I think in your case, I really am picking this up more as a man, or that beautiful divine masculine energy. But this is healthy masculine energy. This is someone who's in tune with their emotions, doesn't bypass their emotions, but and isn't afraid to say, I love you, man, like that kind of vibe. Like, I love you, brother, that kind of thing. What else? What else for AJ? Dark Night of the Soul, wanting to meet the soul family soon. And we'll roll the dice about the time frame as well. Yeah, this is where you're at and kind of coming out of that Ten of Swords. Like, I just give up. Everything is too hard and everything. But look what's going on here. We've got the sun rising right here. The sun rising. So you will have your rest. This dark night you're having here now. Maybe you'll have a little bit of solitude between now and when you do meet these people, but it's not going to be that long. I'm seeing March. March might be a really good month that you're really starting to meet some people, or feeling like you just want to put yourself out there and meet these people. Not to say you have to wait that long, but I feel like March is a really good time that you're wanting to get out there and meet people. Oh, you have a life coach. That could be representing him. And maybe you're even meeting other people through him, or maybe he's suggesting, hey, try this. And then you go try that. And guess what? You meet some soul family members. Let's roll this dice to see when. Okay, we've got an 8. So it could be 8 months from now. You really meet a significant person. But again, I see you meeting other people along the way as well. Could be 8 days, 8 weeks, 8 months, or next August as well. And for some reason, 8 also represents Scorpio. So I'm seeing like October going into November is another good time that you're going to meet some people. And again, going back to that 6 of Swords, this is my internet card. So I think a lot of these people you will meet online in some capacity, or some place you hang out online. And you're going to eventually meet some of these people in real life, though. So just even having that shoulder to cry on or lean on, or person to talk to openly and candidly, is really going to be like a breath of fresh air for you. Because I think, for years you almost had to hide parts of who you were so that other people wouldn't think you were weird, or like you just didn't want you don't want to be that vulnerable around people that could use that vulnerability you showed as a weapon against you. You're starting a platform online. Well, maybe that's it, because that internet card, that is about starting new platforms. That's about having a blog or a vlog or a YouTube channel. I mean, that's a great indication of all that. So let's get one more word of advice, or just anything else we missed here in these other cards. Thank you, spirits, AJ. Yes, you're moving forward. And look, again, that sunrise. The sun is rising on something new opportunity. So I think this online platform is an amazing idea. And look on the back of the deck, you've got security, more light. So more light is coming into your life. You're going to feel more stable and secure moving forward in this new direction, okay? So hang in there. They're on the way. And you're taking action in the direction of these people by starting this platform. That's a great action step to take moving forward. Awesome, AJ. We wish you the best of luck. And you can always hang out here. We are the High Vibe Tribe. Lots of us here are soul family as well. So if you really vibe with the other people in the chat here, you just may be one of us, soul family members. All right, Pika Lee, they're telling me to stick with this Everyday Witch Tarot, so we're going to listen. Any urgent messages for Pika Lee regarding life path from spirit guides, angels, and ancestors for Pika Lee? Any urgent messages? All right. Wow, something's moving quick for you very soon. And look, she's right at the base of this tornado, like coming in hot. Better get the ball rolling. Better get the show on the road. And this to me feels like your spiritual journey is really going to take off quickly. Like there's a new gift or like spiritual realization you're getting that you're taking and running with it. And you're going to see a lot of spiritual progression very quickly. I see now through November, you're really just leveling yourself up over and over and over again, creating, not creating, but like realizing greater potentials and beautiful versions of yourself very quickly. Wow, major chills on the crown. Yes. And right as I said crown, they're like, yes, because she's a queen. I love that. Pika Lee is a queen. Absolutely she is. Okay, what else? Yeah. Oh, and that queen might be meeting her king. Never know, right? Maybe you're meeting, and again, quick moving energy. But as you level yourself up, again, I do feel that this king you're waiting for, this soulmate, is much more spiritual than the people you've been dealing with. Okay? You've been seeing angel numbers very frequently, also something with manifestation. Yeah, and here she is. She's holding one of these wands. So it's like she is like the magician of her own life. And the Seven of Wands, interesting because she's holding the Ace of Wands and then there's 7 other wands. The Seven of Wands is all about standing your ground and speaking your truth and, speaking that truth even if your voice shakes and standing up for your beliefs. Even though other people don't listen or believe you, that's really going to help bring you to this energy. Wow. And this could be, this King of Cups energy. I think we did channel or really pick up on that new supervisor or someone at work who's kind of acting as this almost father figure, someone very emotionally invested in making sure the employees are doing well. If I'm not mistaken, I think we picked up on that energy before. So this could also, as a separate message, just be that things are still feeling very emotionally secure at work, or will feel more emotionally secure at work, I should say. What else for people? The Lovers. Yes. And this might come hard and fast decisions that need to be made. Using your intuition to know where to go next, what to do next, will put you in alignment with this person, this soulmate. I think he's coming sooner than you think. So get ready, girl. Be ready. Wow. At the very least, this is putting you in alignment, greater alignment with his energy. Because look how intertwined. I mean, to me, this is like 2 fires that became one, and look how intertwined all this smoke is. And it's almost like that smoke is an entity all of its own. It's almost like spirit guides or your own higher selves are working in tandem with your physical vessels. Wow. Let's get one more. One more for Pika Lee. So you doing the spiritual work is really manifesting like hardcore in your physical reality. So keep doing the physical or the spiritual work. Be working. I mean, I've got all these Lemurian crystals surrounding your cards here. So working and maybe even sleeping with these very close to you, under your pillow, in your hand, like I do. I just clutch them in my grasp and I don't even let them go all night. Sometimes if I'm only sleeping with one of them, I will shift hands as I shift in the bed. So yeah. So do that. One more. I know I said one more already, but like one more. And we've got that great-grandmother ancestor coming in laughing. She's like, I'm the smoke. I'm the one helping orchestrate things. She's really, really present in your life right now. Because this is what she's bringing you. And didn't you get that abundance card at the top of the hour, the top of the chat? Didn't you get that abundance? Well, look, the 10 of Pentacles. This is a happy family. This is stability, security. This is everything this is wish coming true for you. This is what you want ultimately. And of course, this is not so far out in the distance you can't even see it. I mean, it's like it's with you and it's going to keep going with you as you walk into the distance or as you walk off into the sunset. So really work on you, really work on that self-love, really work on the spiritual progression, because it's bringing all of this along for the ride. Yes, you keep those crystals in the bed. And they're really showing me too that since you got these crystals, it's really paid off for you. A lot of hard work is paid off. And on the back of the deck, Knight of Pentacles, hard work is paying off. So these crystals, it's not like the crystals are doing everything for you. I won't say it like that because it's absolutely not true. But they are facilitating and aligning things and helping things energetically get on point for you to be able to go after what you want. And you're not chasing anything anymore. You're in alignment with it. So it's chasing you now. It's coming after you now. I love that. Wow, Pika Lee. Let's see what we get for your second question. Go ahead and post your second question. I'm intrigued what your next question is because this is looking amazing so far tonight. Woo! And then Twaina is the next one. That's the last donation I have. I will, of course, wrap up with Vicky's question, but yeah, that's all we got tonight. So I will probably be able to wrap up much sooner than I thought. You're just blowing away and you feel a change coming. Yes, and it is coming. It really is. I'm excited for you. I'm spitting my water out. They're already telling me we got to start it off with one of these cards. So I will, Spirit already knows what your question is, so I will just tune into what your question is, even though I don't know it quite yet. And we will pull the card. Let your heart do the thinking. We'll get into the message once I see your question. Right. Yeah, Spirit didn't want to wait. They're like, let's just get into this. Let's go. I love when Spirit shows up like that. Okay. So Twaina, you will be on deck. So have your question ready and we'll dive right into it after Pika Lee's question. No worries, Pika Lee. We already got one card pulled. The Spirit already had me pull one card. They were ready to keep on trucking. We've got 12 people and 21 likes on the video. That's an inverted number. How cool. So that adds up to 33, and it's 8:11 on my clock. Angel numbers for days. I love my angel numbers, if you couldn't tell. It's hot in here. I'm feeling just a slight breeze from that window. Every once in a while it's pulling over, but it's hot. Okay, no worries. We could even jump into Twaina's question and then loop back to Pika Lee if she's having trouble with YouTube. So Twaina, if you're here, go ahead and post your question, dear, and we'll get into that for you. Or Pika Lee, whoever posts first, it's off to the races. Whoever posts first gets the question. They're telling me whatever goes down, we need this, like Sears Tarot. Okay, it's still hot here. I'm gonna shuffle this one all good too. Family just got home from their soccer fun outside. Wrigley starts soccer tomorrow. He has his first soccer practice. Boston decided he did not want to do soccer this year, so he has no practice. But he's still going out and getting some exercise. Pika Lee, I have a friend who is dealing with a very emotionally manipulative mother-in-law. When she and her husband when will she and her husband be able to move out? Oh, they live together. That's so hard. Will she find a full-time job that will allow this to happen? Okay. So the card that I got as I was just shuffling, Spirit's like, let's just get into this question. Let your heart do the thinking. So your advice for your friend is let your heart do the thinking. The best solution will not be found between your ears in the maze of your mind through analysis paralysis. Your best guidance can be found in the moment, in the loving sanctuary, in the center of your heart. Let love lead you and you will find the way. So she's going to have a heart-centered idea or epiphany from Spirit. This is coming from Spirit. That's giving her like an exit strategy. Is really what I'm hearing. So let's get some details on the situation at hand for Pika Lee's friend dealing with the toxic mother-in-law. Oh, thank you so much, Asia. I will get you on the list. Here we go. Wow, yeah. She wants out of there. Look, she is looking out the window like, get me out of here yesterday. I'm really seeing it this way. And what I see, too, is her making plans. This is a planning card. So following her heart, really feeling into her heart and make some plans. But she's going to get the answer to, or these ideas from her heart to make these plans. And I think once these plans are made, she's like, I'm getting the heck out of Dodge. I want to be nowhere near this mother-in-law. Even if she's still physically in the same area, it's like she doesn't even want to visit her or anything. Let's get some words of wisdom or advice for Pikali's friend dealing with the manipulative mother-in-law. We have here lepidolite, which is a really beautiful stone to help with grief, depression, feeling stuck in a place that you can't get out of, or in your mind you're like, I can't get out of this. Recall your dreams. Let your heart do the thinking. This is someone planning for their greatest desires and dreams. So lepidolite is a great stone if she's looking for something to help her. Also heart chakra stones like rose quartz would be a great one as well to really help her through this. On the back of the deck, we've got pink opal, be kind to yourself, another heart chakra stone. So there is this need for her to do some heart healing. Maybe this mother-in-law really hits her right in the heart, and it really, like, I'm seeing like constricted chest, like it's almost hard to breathe. Maybe her shoulders are way up at her ears. She's very stressed and has a lot of tension through her neck and upper back and even into the chest. It's like very tight and constricting, which, feels like she's stuck and stagnant. It almost feels like a jail cell living at this place. Even if she's got her own little room and sanctuary where she can hang out with her husband, it still, feels like she's under the thumb of the mother-in-law, right? The mother-in-law is a really awful person and has said some messed up stuff to her. Yeah, and this is that mother-in-law projecting her own broken heart energy onto your friend. And your friend, being that loving, beautiful person she is taking this on as her own burden. It's not her burden. So also having her carry hematite. Okay, yes, let me grab it. It's on the floor. Keeping hematite in her pocket. This is a stone that will ground her and protect her, but also anyone trying to put their ish or project their stuff onto her, it's going to bounce it right back at them. It's going to bounce it right back at that mother-in-law. And hematite is very inexpensive. This is something she can easily find at a local crystal shop or order online. It's so inexpensive that you're not going to find a bunch of fakes, because it's probably cheaper to just get an authentic hematite than to try to recreate it synthetically. So that would be a really good, suggestion from Spirit as well. Let's just see one other word of advice from Spirit from Tarot here for Pikali's friend. She hits her right in the heart and hurts her so deeply. Yeah, wow. It's hard. Yeah, the world. And it's interesting because when I picked this deck up to get started, this was on the back of the deck, and I had kind of thought, well, maybe I should grab that and talk about it. I'm glad it came full circle. No pun intended with the circle there, the Ouroboros keeping its tail. Things will come full circle. This is not the end of literally the world. This too shall pass. This will pass quicker than she even knows of at this point. Let's get a word of advice for finding an income or being able to monetarily get her and her husband out of this mother-in-law's house. Yeah, nothing is set in stone. So feeling into her heart, she's going to get this idea or this epiphany from Spirit that's really going to help her, because look, a new start's coming on the back. Look at that, new moon. So by the next new moon, if she's someone who's spiritual at all, have her set some intentions during the new moon to find that job, and we're still decently in the new moon energy right now. She could probably cash in on this right now because the new moon actually was on the 6th, which was Monday. So having her, I'm getting chills down my right leg now too. Having her just tune into those energies now if she wants to, or at the next new moon if she wants to wait and really do something. But her dreams need a practical plan. Those dreams need a practical plan, the planning, which I think she's got these beautiful dreams. She just doesn't know how to bring them about. Or she has this idea in her heart of a beautiful life, but she doesn't know how quite to get there. Speaking of getting there, let's put this one back and get from the Sacred Traveler. One more word of advice. I could keep going on and on and on, but let's just get one more word of advice from Pikali's friend. Discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. And this is her turning her back on that mother-in-law who's throwing nothing but lies. And there may even be someone else the mother-in-law has recruited or said a bunch of nastiness about your friend too, that's going to start in, or maybe already has started in on her as well. I don't think it's the husband, because I think the husband knows what's up and is just like, yeah, my mom's toxic. I don't know what to do about it though. This might be another family member or just some common person that they both know. If that hasn't happened already, this might be something she's leveling herself up to be even more vindictive, to try to institute more people. But your friend knows the truth. These hurtful and hateful things this mother-in-law is throwing are not true to your friend. So it's almost like this is really teaching your friend to get a thicker skin, because these things aren't even true. And this mother-in-law is just out of her ever-loving mind, because there was some sort of trauma in her past that it's like she's trying to protect her son, but there's no reason to protect her son from your amazing friend. This is the mother's perceived, no, that's my son, you can't have him kind of weird energy. And I just heard also like Munchausen disease, like maybe this mother grew up, when your friend's husband was growing up, the mother would take him to the doctor needlessly. Like he wasn't even sick, but the mother's like trying to find something wrong with him, so like she could keep him close to her. Like, you're sick, you can't play that sport, or you're hurt, you can't do that. Oh, you should just stay home. Let me do that. Let me take care of you. You know, very controlling is what I see with that. Wow, that's crazy. But look, Gates of Triumph is gonna lead us out of this reading. She's getting her victory here. Look at that. Success expands in your life. She will get this figured out. Hopefully sooner than later, but she's gonna figure this out. She's really possessive over him. I can feel that a mile away. Let's just roll this dice to see if they'll give us a date, time frame at all. We got a 1. 1 day, 1 week, 1 month. Hopefully not 1 year, for the love of God. Hopefully not 1 year. Maybe even January. The 1, it's January as well. Hopefully it's not that long. But that 1 month, you know, from new moon to new moon, that feels like a good time for her to at least get some ideas and get started on them. Because she is traveling fast away from this mother-in-law. Hopefully sooner than later. Hopefully sooner than later. All right. So Twaina, go ahead and post your question. Double check we didn't have any other. Oh, that was Asia. Asia, that's right. Asia is after Twaina, and then we have Vicky. I keep thinking my ring light's reflection in my window is actually the moon. It's not. It's my ring light. Oh, your friend has a part-time job and they'd love her there. Hoping she'll get a promotion. That could very well be a thing. Because look here, let your heart do the talking. If that's something that's really on her heart, I think she's going to be able to manifest that. Absolutely, you're so welcome. Okay, we got another donation coming in from Michelle Lynn as well. So we've got Twaina, Asia, and then Michelle Lynn on deck. And there is a backwards card in here, and I don't know why I get so worked up about my backwards cards. If I specifically shuffle it to have reversals, that's fine. But most of the time I like to keep my decks all facing the right way. Okay. You're so welcome, absolutely. So Twaina, then Asia, then Michelle Lynn. I'm going to update my list on my little thing here. This. And I haven't heard from Twaina in a hot minute, so I don't know if she's still here. I'm not sure. I'm taking another drink of water though. I know that much. So Asia, I would say go ahead and post your question. If we don't hear from Twaina, we'll just keep calling Twaina out every round. See if she pops in. But Asia or Twaina, whoever posts their question first, that's who we're going to go with. Of course, we'll get everybody eventually, but order of operations. It's hot in here. Did I mention it's hot in here? Because it's really hot in here. It's starting to cool down a little bit, but not a lot. I just got a weird deja vu moment. Do you guys ever do that? What the heck? Random. Okay. Oh, Asia did post her question over on PayPal, but are you here, Asia? Just let us know you're here, and then I can get into your question. I already have it, so I can read it, but I want to make sure you're here, Asia, before I go answering your question and you're not here. I think you are, because you had mentioned right before Pika Lee's question that you had donated. So I guess time will tell who shows up first. Asia, Twaina, or Michelle Lynn. Michelle Lynn, maybe you could post your question if we don't hear from the other two. How's that? We're going to answer someone's question. We will. I'll just sit here and rub my Lemurian quartz while we wait. It's a race to see who can post first between Twaina, Asia, and Michelle Lynn. Who will be the winner? I'm not sure what to ask. I just felt called to ask for a general reading. Okay. Where are we going, Spirit? We're going over here for some reason. I'll use this deck for a moment. Anything that Michelle Lynn needs to know, Spirit. Woo, yes, there's something coming in. Abundance. Look at that. Good abundance coming in for you. Angel of abundance. You will receive the money that you need, and God is in charge of how that will happen. Have faith. So that money you've been waiting for or needing in your life is coming in. Somehow, some way, that money is coming to you. Or it's not always doesn't always have to be money, but it says here specifically money. But I'm seeing other things, other like discounts maybe, like that's going to help you get something that you've been wanting to get or do something you've been wanting to do. What else, Spirit? Wow, Daniel, the angel of marriage, and I am assisting you right now. So this is really putting your higher self and your future love's higher self in alignment. Much like we were talking about with Pika Lee and really manifesting that soulmate into her life, I think you can do much the same, Michelle Lynn, where you're putting that intention out there to connect to your soulmate, to your significant other. That'll really help you. Second abundance card you got for me today. I thought so, right? And home. Look at that. There's something going on with your home life that feels more comfy, cozy, or being able to pay for a new home or to rent a new place or to do something different around the home. Maybe you're upgrading things around your room or something. Wow. Home and stability and security. These all come with that word abundance as well. Okay, what else from Michelle Lynn? Ooh, they're just throwing out lots of stuff. So trust. Trust that everything at home and everything with abundance and money and everything with that future partner are working out in divine time. Of course, that's that patience word we don't all like to hear, but this is happening for your highest good. Your well-being is priority number one in your life right now. Your well-being, your self-care. Let's go to Self-Care Oracle, see what they have to say about that. Anything Michelle Lynn can be doing for self-care to really put her in alignment with these beautiful gifts the Spirit's trying to give. We've got here, make a vision board with that number 33. We've also got the number 36 with movement. So getting back to the gym or working out. And the number 36 adds up to 9. So closing out an old cycle and starting a whole new cycle of being able to, feel fit and really feel good in your body. Not looking to move just yet, but I want to save for it. Well, then that could just be what you're really working on is your own well-being, trusting that the universe will bring you everything that's meant to be for you in divine time, that stable home life, or just really making the home that you have as comfy, cozy as you can right now. More abundance, more money, and then that future soulmate. I mean, these are all very random messages, but like really they do go together as well. Let's just round this out with the tarot. Let's just see what else. All right. Whoa. That's too many, Spirit. But thank you. Thank you. I appreciate your spirit here, Spirit. All right. What else? Ooh, this one flipped right up. Yes, the devil. So this really is you going back and forth a lot of times thinking you don't deserve things, or I'll never meet my person, or I'll never have enough money to buy a house, especially with the housing prices right now, right? Just like way off in the future, distant things that haven't happened yet that you're already kind of stressing out about or fearing like they aren't going to happen the way you want. What else? What else with this devil energy are you trying to show Michelle Lynn right now? What can she do with this devil energy right now? Well, this was the one when they gave me that whole chunk of cards. This was the one on top. So I think this is the one they were trying to give, but it all came out with a bunch of other ones. And this really is you just taking that leap of faith and inspiration to make the changes that you feel like making in your own life with your well-being, starting in your body, starting in your soul. That's a great place to start. Hello, Jamie, welcome. That's a great place for you to start. So start where you are. Meet yourself right where you are right now, in the home you're currently in the energy you're currently in, with the relationships you currently have. Just meet yourself right where you are and try to stay out of limiting beliefs, negative thinking about, well, I really wish I could change this, but I can't. And, taking a leadership role in your own life, I think is going to be very important for you coming up, Michelle. All right, so I hope that resonated for you. Get all these put back. Okay, I've already got something mixed up here. There we go. These two. All right. Well, I got more than just those two mixed up, but I will fix it later. These ones go here. So Twaina or Asia, have either of them checked back in yet? Any of them checked back in yet over here? Yeah, you want to release those limiting beliefs. Went back to the gym day after the new moon, baby steps. Yes, you got this. And I think, look, on the back of the deck, we got beauty. This is you really owning the body that you're in and really loving it and strengthening it. Because I think this journey for you is more about feeling good in your body and feeling strong in your body. There's this element of strength, inner strength, outer strength, that is really going to make you feel good. And then the body that you have is really going to resemble how you feel about yourself from within eventually. It's going to take some work, but we're all up for it, right? Okay. Yeah, you go, Michelle. Getting her groove on, getting back to the gym, maybe meeting that future soulmate at the gym or somewhere else. We don't know yet. There's many potential ways you can meet this person. Okay. Hitting those weights, strengthening up. Yeah. That was so cringy, Amanda. Why did you do that? All right. Twaina, Asia. Twaina or Asia, are either of you here? Has anyone heard anything from Twaina? I know Asia was here right before Pika Lee's second question, but then she dipped out, I think. She donated. I don't know. I have Asia's question, but I'm kind of apprehensive to answer it without her here. I mean, I could always timestamp it. Oh, just Sandy is here. Welcome, Sandy. Good to see you, my dear. I'm weird, yeah. I'm adorable, or as I like to say, adorkable. We're all adorkable from time to time, aren't we? Okay, so I don't know. Asia, are you here, my dear? Hey, that rhymed. Or Twaina. I don't know. Maybe we'll just answer Asia's question. Or I know what we'll do while we wait. Asia or Twaina. Oh, we've got AJ. AJ just donated. We'll get into AJ's question. Let's do that. And then I will get my notepad, and if we have more kind of gaps between waiting for people and them not answering, or if they do answer, I will have my little notepad. I can write Vicky's timestamp down so that I can answer her question. She's not here, but I need to answer it before I leave anyway, so I might as well fill in the gaps waiting for people by answering Vicky's question. Oh, and Sandy just donated. Thank you so much, Sandy. So we've got AJ and then Sandy. AJ as in AJAYE. That AJ. Okay. So, Asia's here. Asia, go ahead and post your question. And then I'm gonna update my list real quick because we did have a couple come in. So Asia's gonna Asia, I already have your question. So you don't, unless you changed it, you don't have to respond again. So I will access that over here. But I wanted to get AJ and then just Sandy on my list real quick. AJ and then just Sandy. That's my current list. Have a good one, Jamie. Thanks for coming in. Let me get my notepads so that I have this ready for Vicky. Vicky's question. Okay, it is the same. Cool. We'll get right into it. I'm going to go ahead and post the updated list there. Okay, so Asia's question: what does Spirit want me to know about the Josh situation? Like, should I move on? Okay, let's just come right out and start with the angel answers and just say, should you move on? Let's just ask that, get a starting point for this energy between Asia and Josh, if this is beneficial. Let's word it this way. Is it beneficial for Asia to, let me reword your question here. Is it beneficial for Asia to, let me open the right area, to move on from Josh's energy, from Josh's relationship? Is it more beneficial for Asia to move on from Josh's energy and relationship? Spirit's going to leave this one up to you, but we will pull other cards. It's literally up to you. You can take this either way. I think there will be beautiful lessons you learn whether you move on from him or if it has another cycle, another go round with him. It is up to you ultimately. Let's see. No, you're good. You're awesome. So let's just feel into this. I'm actually called to this deck for some reason, so we're going to roll with it. Any words of advice for Asia surrounding this Josh situation? What does she need to know? Wow. Yeah, you do feel this sense of loss or loneliness surrounding his energy. Like he just picks up and rips his energy right out, and you just feel lost. And it's interesting because you would think, oh, lost. Well, there's a ship on the horizon, but this is almost like you watching him walk away. And this to me feels like recent past energy, if not like a few months back. Let's tune into this. A breakup, maybe? A breakup that you went through with him? What else does Asia need to know about Josh? Yeah, lack and loss. Look at that. Two very similar energies. This is what you feel right now, and I think in the near future you're still feeling this because he left a hole in your heart. Look at that. There's a stone heart, and there's all of this, like, I just heard, na 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 na, you can't have this, you can't have this, which is very rude, Spirit. But they're like, we apologize. It's not us. It's almost like Josh is trying to make you jealous, or saying like, oh yeah, without you, I can do all these other things, and just saying very hurtful things that really aren't even true. That's what I'm seeing with that. But like, what else? Let's go to the reversal deck I have here. Okay. All right. What else does Asia need to know about the Josh situation? Awesome. He's actually a really good guy. Like, his past is holding him back. We just started talking again, but I want different things now. Yeah. Because to me, this did feel like a past energy that you were going through with him. That there's just some growing up to do, or maybe some subconscious stuff with him that he wants you to want him more than he thinks you do. And he wants to create this, like, if you lose me, then what? Like, this could even just be nothing he's said to you. This is like more subconscious stuff coming through. But we had the Page of Cups in reverse. So Page of Cups upright is someone who wants to offer emotional fulfillment. In the reverse, to me, this is almost like the cup has drained of that. So it might just be some of what he says is just talk. Like, he doesn't want to lose you, because we also have Queen of Wands, which this is you in this situation. You know who you are. You know what you want, and you shouldn't have to settle for anything less. It's up to you, literally, if you want to go down this road with him again. Because legit, I mean, this is a good person. They just need a little bit of growing up time. They just need a little bit of time to grow up. And I think between then and now, or now and when he grows up, you deserve something now. You deserve someone who's matured now. So really, you can wait for him to get on board and get right with himself. And really, because this is like a lack of his own self-confidence and self-worth that he's projecting onto other people, onto you, just all over the place. Like, he's all over the place with, one day he wants this, another day he wants that, and he doesn't even know from the start of one day to the end of one day if what he's doing is the right thing for him because he's just kind of spinning his wheels a lot of times with his energy. He knows he wants ultimately, I think, someone with that beautiful queenly energy that's inspirational and just a light all on her own and very independent. But at the same time, he doesn't want to lose somebody in that, if that makes sense. Like he doesn't, like he wants that independent woman, but like he doesn't want her so independent that she's going to find someone better. Like that's a deep fear of his. And I think this might stem from his past life, his most recent past life where he lost the love of his life to his best friend that Spirit is showing me. But let's just get a word of advice for your relationship from the Love and Relationship Affirmators deck for Asia and Josh. Any advice? Compliments. Okay, so I know how good it feels to get a compliment. So I give that gift to others. I'll find a nice compliment for everyone I interact with today, even if I think it, even if I have to think really hard about it, in which case I can follow up by complimenting myself for solving such a complicated or such a compliment puzzle. I cannot talk. Wow, I'm skilled, but I'm not. But giving compliments. Maybe he's been dishing out a lot of compliments to you, or you're giving a lot of compliments to him lately, just to kind of break the ice and get the ball back rolling in this relationship. Let's get some words of advice. One more word of advice from Spirit from the Moonology. Just like the best path to follow for Asia in this relationship with Josh. Believe in the impossible. So, I mean, really, I think it is worth giving him another chance because, like we were saying with, where was it? The Page of Cups that came out, you know, the impossible, in your opinion, maybe now, would be that he grows up a little bit and then brings that beautiful emotional fulfillment. Ultimately, you're gonna know that he's really serious about this if he surprises you very soon in some way. It could be a message he delivers to you that's very surprising and exciting to you, or it could be a gift even. But that's going to be kind of your sign or your synchronicity that he is serious about this connection. So if you don't see that in, say, the next week, I would say this is a clear indication that probably someone else is better meant for your energy long-term, ultimately, I think. But as far as you giving him another chance just to see where this goes and what you guys can learn about each other along the way, I'd say it wouldn't hurt to try. But I think ultimately you will, I mean, this is where you're at and this is where he's at right now. And you're going to just keep going up, up, up from there. And it's going to take him a while to get with the program, so to speak, to be that companion, that divine counterpart that you deserve. So it's ultimately up to you how much time and effort you want to put into this relationship and the payout that it's going to give you. Okay? So it's up to you, girl. It's up to you, Asia. So I hope that resonated and didn't confuse you further about it. But just see where it goes the next week or so. Just really feel into your intuition about it, because I think you're going to get a clear sign very soon. You do deserve the best, and you are so welcome. Absolutely. Oh, that's okay, Twaina. Absolutely. We're going to get right into your question. So what is in store for me in September for Twaina? I'm just going to put these couple of cards away and we'll get right into it for you. And then after Twaina, we've got, oh, Kat. Kat has donated over here as well. Thank you so much, Kat. I appreciate that. Let me find my list here. So after Twaina, we've got AJ and then just Sandy and then Kat. Okay, where does this one go? This one goes over here. This one goes over here. Get them all put away. All right. Hello, Cha-Cha. Welcome. Good to see you. Okay. So Twaina, what is in store for Twaina in September? What is in store for Twaina in September? Ooh, the loving woman. So you really are feeling all yourself. You're feeling really good about yourself. To me, this is mostly self-love. But this could even be like a sister energy or a friend energy that's really just showing you how much she cares about you, how much she loves you. Could even be a motherly energy. Someone who feels very close to you in that feminine regard, that you're really just feeling the love with the divine feminine in your life, and with that self-love, that self-care, and also connections to nature and animals here. Seeing all this fruit in her lap, like maybe, I don't know if you had planted a garden or something and you're reaping the benefits of that garden around this time. If you're in the northern hemisphere anyway, this is kind of harvest time in some places. So maybe you're reaping some past work. You're reaping the benefits of past work in September. So let's see. Ooh, these two want to come out as well. Ooh, also milestone and ascended master. So there may be some sort of milestone, anniversary, maybe someone who passed away in your life that you're celebrating their birthday this month, even though they're gone. Or maybe this is an anniversary of when they died and you're just remembering them. There's something to do with that, but it really does, it feels more good than not good as far as that. So this is something to be happy about, excited about. Maybe even just you celebrating how far you've come with your self-love and just taking better care of yourself lately. We also have the Ascended Masters checking on in with the Spirit card here. So this to me feels like you really connecting to your inner guidance system, your guides, your angels, crossover loved ones, and feeling their love, feeling their support in your life. And it might have been after a time of you not really feeling very connected or getting a lot of signs. Because look, they're sending you a lot of signs, symbols, synchronicities. Could be birds as well. Especially if you're spending some time out in nature. You're maybe seeing a lot of birds or having some weird, like the birds are acting kind of weird with you. I don't know. There's like a sister associated with that divine feminine having to do with birds visiting you. Maybe spirit visiting you as birds. That's what spirit's showing me. There's some weird connection with you and birds. I don't know if you have pet birds or you just enjoy watching birds. So weird, just so random. What else? We're going over here. All right, what else, Spirit? For September for Twaina. You are flying high right now, which may threaten others, but don't descend because others will soon become inspired by your example. Look at that. Aurora card. So Aurora, to me, also the name Aurora, reminds me of a beautiful musical artist that my friend Kim told me about, and then my friend Czar, aka Lunar Refresh here in the chat, reminded me of this amazing musical artist named Aurora, especially her live performance version of, oh man, what's that song called? Through the Eyes of a Child. Do you know the name of that song, Lunar? Why can't I think of the name? I listen to it at least 3 or 4 times a week, even still, since you told me about that song. It touches my soul so deeply, but I think you could really benefit from that song. I think that was Twaina, because there's something about a bird and sister energy that was really coming through for her. I think you're right, Lunar. That was her, like, months and months. Like, this was probably back in, like, February, or maybe even earlier than that, if I'm remembering right. I mean, it's been months and months since then. But yeah, listening to Aurora, Eyes of a Child. Yeah, that's right. I think so. That's a beautiful song by the artist Aurora. Just one word, Aurora. Getting such chills, and I adore that song. We also have here Isabella. So yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. So this happy venture you're wanting to create, new milestone, this really lines up. Good synchronicity here. Things are really lining up and adding up. Wow. Powerful stuff. We also have Archangel Uriel on the back of the deck. Your emotions are healing, which enables you to open to greater love. I will help you release anger and unforgiveness from your heart and mind. So there might have been some kind of low points recently where you did feel sad, melancholy, a little depression, maybe a lot of depression, but you're back on your feet, or very, very soon will be in September, back on your feet and feeling that love from spirit, from yourself, from crossed over loved ones. And it's just going to be a much more supportive energy than maybe what you've been feeling in the past recently. Because as I'm putting them away, that decrease card, this to me feels like where you've been lately. You were feeling like that kind of lack mentality or depression, maybe even dark night of the soul. but you're coming out of that now. You're seeing things much brighter now, for sure. Oops, that's not where that goes. This goes here. So I hope that resonated for you, Twaina. This one goes here. With this one, there we go. Okay. And then on the back of the deck, you deserve it. You deserve that love for yourself and from others as well. Let me get another drink of my water. Up next, we've got AJ. Thank you for keeping the list, Lunar. If you want to put your own name on it for helping me out, I would not I would not object. That's the word. So go ahead and put your own name on that list, Lunar, and we'll get you a message tonight too. I take care of my mods. Okay. So AJ is next, and then just Sandy. Well, thank you. You are sweet as well. Oh, and I gotta add Kat to the list as well. Kat. There we go. So that is our current list with Lunar. I did not add Kat. Yeah, oh, you did add Kat though. So we're good. We're good to go. Thank you so much. And that's the right spelling. So you did it. You did it. Okay, let me delete some of these other notifications I have here on my phone that are not pertaining to our PayPal. Okay, you are so welcome, Twaina. Good to see you. It's been a while. I did see you made a comment on one of my pick-a-cards not that long ago. So it was good to see you then, and it's good to see you now. Okay. Yeah, I'm almost wondering, Twaina, if you... I'm trying to remember if you made the migration from my main channel live streaming to over the new channel. I think you did. But then we didn't see you for a long time after that. I missed you. Okay. So AJ, last call for AJ, and then we're going to move on to just Sandy. Whoever posts first between AJ and just Sandy, we're going to go in with their question first, and then we'll follow up with the other person. And then we've got Kat after that, and Lunar, and then Vicky will round us out. And I'm actually going to create a new pinned comment that says donations are closed. Thank you for hanging out, everybody. But I think this is going to be about it. Probably about after we're done with the next question, I'm closing donations for the night so I can wind down and not be having spirit visit me all night. Give myself a little wind down period before I go to sleep. So you can go ahead and get in at the last minute, get to Leka. I will totally honor that for sure. Okay, so oops. So after get to Leka, donations are closed. So I'm gonna update my pinned comment. I'm gonna go ahead and comment. Then update the pinned comment, replace pinned comment. Okay, so anyone else coming in will know that we're wrapping up for the evening. And I like that idea. I kind of had that idea a couple live streams ago, but then I forget to institute it toward the end, and I just keep taking them and taking them and taking them, and then I'm like wired by the time I'm ready to go to bed, or should be going to bed, I should say. But it's still relatively early, so I'm good to go. I usually stay up till about 10:30. I try not to on just a normal night, but it's only 8:53 here, so we got time. So I don't see anything coming in from AJ, so we're going to go ahead and get into just Sandy's question. So what does Spirit have to say about my house? Let's get into it for Sandy. All right, what's going on with Sandy's house? What does Spirit have to say? Because I know she's trying to buy the home that she's currently in. What does Spirit have to say about this? Okay, so we have the wheel, but it's in reverse. I accidentally, or maybe purposely, I don't know, Spirit was directing me, grab my reversal deck. So the wheel in reverse, it might make you feel kind of anxious or like, oh no. Cha-cha, if you want to donate, I will still honor that because you were here earlier. So if you want to get your donation in here in the next, say, 5 minutes, I totally honor that tonight for sure. If you want to do that, otherwise we can wait. It's up to you. But Sandy, you just might be feeling kind of anxious or like, when is this going to happen? Just kind of like stomping your foot or kind of tapping your foot, like, okay, I'm waiting. Like, when is this going to go through? Like, that's the energy of the wheel in reverse. But things are turning. I think it's just not going as quickly as you're hoping, but things will turn. Let's see. Whoa, come back. Come back. Okay, here they landed this way. So we also have a hair that we don't need. We have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, so that's good because upright, that's you feeling left out in the cold. When it's in reverse, you feel not left out in the cold. You feel very warm and toasty in your home. Maybe a little too warm and toasty, depending. You're in Utah, I think, right? Yeah, it's decently warm there still. But what I see with this is you're not going to feel this way much longer. Things are looking up, and maybe there were some illusions or things surrounding the sale of this home to you that were hidden or not quite. It's not like they were lies, but they weren't quite revealed to you the way that they should have just come right out and said something like, well, maybe something to do about the delay. Like, Spirit's making me trip over my words. So it's almost like the person you're buying this house from might have told you one thing, but then like kind of backtracked and changed their mind and said something else. Like, and it kind of maybe even with this wheel in reverse kind of confused you a little bit. And you're just like, wait, are we doing this or are we not? Like, is this going to happen? Is this like, what's happening here? Like, that's the energy that's presenting me with. But having this High Priestess in upright position, this is you seeing through the illusion of what's going on here and really understanding, okay, this is why the delay, or this is what I need to do next. And then being able to take action on that, because I see any reversal that I get in a deck as potential to become upright. If it's a positive card that's in reverse, I see that as a potential for that to come upright for you. And it is. It's already starting, if it's in reverse here, it's already slowly starting to turn in your favor, that things are going to start happening and manifesting. But on the back of the deck, we've got the 4 of Swords in reverse. So the time for you to rest on your laurels and wait and tap your foot waiting, that's over. You're now taking action and feeling rejuvenated and ready to make this thing happen. Plans coming to fruition with the 3 of Wands upright. So your plans you're gonna see these plans that you've made with the 2 of Wands manifest. So this is happening sooner than later, I'm hearing. But let's see. And I will roll the dice just to see if we can get a time frame. Again, timelines are constantly shifting, so take any timelines you get with me with a grain of salt. Okay, we got lots of stuff flying off the shelves here. What do we got? Okay, wow. Okay, so we have here, say I'm sorry. So there might be some forgiveness, some awakening, with that High Priestess energy with this 29, which adds up to 11. This is you awakening to the truth of things and maybe forgiving yourself for, I don't know, how is it? Like, not seeing through, maybe like backtracking of what this person did, or just something about the contract, or maybe if it was a spoken agreement, this person that's selling this place maybe went back on some spoken agreement or didn't quite lay it all out very clearly for you. But like Archangel Michael's coming in with a great big like Ace of Swords, like to cut through the BS and give you the clarity that you're seeking. And say I'm sorry. So this really feels to me like you forgiving yourself for any misjudgments or communication on your end, or forgiving the other party involved in selling this home for any miscommunication on their end, and just moving on, moving forward. Let's see. So turn on the light. So this, again, with that High Priestess, she's turned on that light. Look at that. The third eye is bright and shiny right there. She's seen through the darkness, the uncertainty. That light has been shed on the situation here. And the number 5, there are changes coming. So if you've been just waiting and waiting and waiting, changes are coming. That wheel is slowly turning in your favor. But it might come as a result of you getting out of your comfort zone, getting out of the house and going to do something. Change the scenery, see something new that will really spark that passion and excitement in your life that will start to get the ball rolling. That lets Spirit know you're serious about making this purchase and doing this thing. We have here the number 12, which adds up to 3, which is all about collaboration. It's about creativity, really churning those frustrations and sorrows and just whatever it is that's going on, because I think there's happiness surrounding the sale of this home, but also a little bit of impatience and a little bit of like, can't we just figure this out? Frustration, channeling that into a creative project as well with that beautiful creative 3. And this person's literally got their work gloves on, working on something very creative here, which you do a lot of that. So I'm sure you're already doing that. There was another deck Spirit showed me in my mind's eye, and now I don't know where it is. What is it? What is it, Spirit? Directing me over here now. Okay, I guess it's this fairy deck, so we're going in. Okay, what else does Sandy need to know about buying this home? Anything Spirit wants to highlight about this situation for Sandy? And we're going to also roll the die for a time frame. We've got 2 cards flopping out here. We've got healing. So that kind of goes hand in hand with that say I'm sorry card or that forgiveness. It says, now is a time for you to give or receive healing. Everyone has a natural ability to heal others. Yes, even you. And I know you asked about the sale of your home, but it's almost like one area of your life is dripping or like rushing into the next area of your life, rushing into the next. Like everything is very intertwined and interconnected. So when things are going really good in one area of life, things tend to be going really good for you in other areas of life as well. When things seem to be dragging in one area, other areas start to drag a little bit too. That's really what I'm picking up with this healing card. But also fairy spotting. It's time to go fairy spotting. Get out of your comfort zone. Change the scenery. Get out in nature if it's at all possible for you. Time to go fairy spotting. It said that seeing is believing, but in fact the opposite is true. Believing is seeing. So this is almost like manifesting what you want to have happen by visioning it or visualizing it in your mind's eye and playing that over and over. Like right when you get up, just imagine yourself signing those papers and owning this home. You know, visualization might be very important to you moving forward with this. So let's go ahead, put these 2 back and this deck back, and we'll roll the dice just to get Sandy a time frame for this sale of the home. Let's just see if Spirit can bring it out. Okay, Chacha said these cards sound like cards for her. We've got a 2. 2 days, 2 weeks is more the time frame I'm really feeling here, that this wheel is really starting to turn in your favor. Where is it? Where's that wheel we're looking for? I think it's right here. Yes. 2 days to 2 weeks time, you're really going to start seeing this wheel start turning in your favor once again. It might take up to 2 months for this, I's to be dotted and T's to be crossed on these contracts, or getting finances figured out, or just knowing. It's just that clarity of knowing all the hoops you need to jump through to make this dream a reality, because you've made the wish, right, Sandy? Now you're going to make it happen. I love that about you. And by February, I know that's still a ways off, but by February you're going to be sitting pretty like a fat cat, just happy as can be, because you're in your home, everything's settled, nothing to worry about from then forward about the sale of the home. But within 2 weeks, you're going to know some news on the movement, the progression of this home sale. And from there, I'm feeling almost like an 8 of Wands energy, like it's going to wrap up soon. But let's just put all these back and then get one more word of guidance for when Sandy can see the sale of this home finalized, even though we already did that. It's Sandy. Yeah. This is just because you had this in the reverse version earlier. Now you're having it in the upright. So this is just staying out of that lack mentality, or trying to, let negativity get in the way. Don't let that negativity get in the way. Don't let those fear-based lines of thinking get involved, because it's just not needed here. It's really going to shuffle. But look what fell out again, upright. You can't make that up. This is going to be finalized. This will be. Let's just see if we can get a time frame, if at all. The suit will really give us the time frame. We've got the 10 of Cups in reverse here, but I'm just using this as time frame, not actually reading the energy of the card. So what I'm seeing here, Cups are moderately fast. They're not the fastest. That's Swords, then Fire, then Cups, then Earth. Good thing this isn't Earth, because that takes forever sometimes. But this to me, again, is really lining up with that 2-week time frame that we were talking about, and then having everything finalized within 2 months time, which is still a lot, but I think it's going to be closer to that 1 month time if we can make that happen. If you can figure out everything you need to do and then do it, you're going to see this wrap up after that. So I hope that resonated and didn't just make you further frustrated, because I can feel that frustration, Sandy, and I'm so sorry you're having to deal with that. But yeah, I mean, it should just be easy peasy. I mean, you're already living in the home. It should just be like, well, let me get my check written, let me sign that off, and here we are. But there's more nuance to this than just what's on the surface. You're so welcome, dear Sandy. Thanks again for your lovely donation. Dear Sandy, I always want to give her a nice in-depth read, because she always goes way above and beyond and donates very high amounts, and she's the sweetest. I really appreciate that. I mean, I appreciate every single donation, but Sandy's always just going above and beyond. Oh, AJ posted above. Thank you for the heads up, Lunar. I was about to call out AJ, so thank you. AJ says, why does my long overdue hearing keep getting continued? Date pushed back. Okay. Let's feel into this. Let's use that same tarot deck with reversals and really feel into this energy for AJ. Why does this already long overdue hearing keep getting continued or pushed back? I'm hearing backlog, like there's a backlog of things. I'm sure the virus going around didn't help with that backlog. Initially in 2020, kind of going into 2021, there's probably a lot of backlog just because, people weren't meeting in court because of what was going on in the world. But look here, you're getting emotionally fulfilled from whatever's happening with this, and using your intuition. I think intuitively you already know this is going to work out in your favor. You're just like, why is everybody dragging their feet about this? Let's just get on with the show. We already know who's at fault and what needs to happen here. Like, you intuitively already know the outcome of this, and you're very confident in your outcome of this. It's just you're ready to wrap this up and move on with your life is really what I feel. And look at that. She's like the lower octave of the High Priestess, at least in my humble opinion. So it's like you're really, really tuning into your own intuition, maybe even working with spirit, because the High Priestess is someone who can connect really well with spirit. So is the Queen of Cups, using intuition, connecting to spirit guides. So you are really embodying these beautiful energies of that intuitive who can connect to spirit, asking spirit to help. Let's get the show on the road. Just like with Sandy's question, the patience and, this should have been resolved already. I should be, doing my thing already. Why is this taking forever? So connecting with spirit and asking them to help move things along will really help your cause. Let's just see what else needs to come through. Why this is being delayed. Okay, wow. Yeah. So there just may be like frivolous little like technicalities that are being thrown in, just because the person who's at fault, or the company, or whatever it is that's at fault, they don't want to pay. I mean, really, who that's being sued, or whatever's going on in a lawsuit or hearings, whatever it is, there's money involved in this, and this person doesn't want to have to pay, or this company, whatever it is, they don't want to have to pay. And there's a mother involved here. I don't know if you're the mother, AJ, if this is child support or having to do with kids, but you as that beautiful embodiment with this Queen of Cups, this Empress, this High Priestess, this is mother energy. I don't know if you're the mother in this situation, or if Spirit's kind of acting as your mother, trying to mother you and nurture you through this. I'm really picking up maybe multiple angles of this, but it's coming out in the mother's favor. Whoever the mother is in this situation, or that divine feminine in this situation, the underdog is going to win. The mother is going to win, is what I see here. And we also have the Fool and the Eight of Swords. So this is you, again, staying out of that kind of, you already know there's a positive outcome for you. So because it's taking so long to get there, don't get caught up in starting to second guess yourself and that negative thinking. This is a lower octave of devil energy, at least in my humble opinion once again, but not getting caught up in, thinking, oh no, well, maybe this is being caught up because I don't deserve it. No. You do deserve to have the outcome you are desiring in this situation. okay? You deserve this. But there is this full energy. So this is new energy coming in. This might even be some sort of new legal representative on one side or another, or again, shifting of a date, but that date will be solidified and then the outcome will have to come from there. But there's new energy coming in. This could even be you having spirit come in and help move this along. But let's get any other guidance or wisdom surrounding this hearing for AJ. Why it's taking so long, any words of advice, it's all falling to the floor. The energy, yes, absolutely. That energy is gaining momentum. So just hold tight. Things are happening. Things are happening and it's happening in your favor. Let me grab the other card that flipped to the floor. A time for healing. So take this time between now and when this hearing can get back underway. Just take this time to heal your heart, to heal your emotions, especially because with that Queen of Cups energy, this is an emotional thing. This really puts you through some emotional trauma and turmoil. There is like, what's it called? Like pain and suffering that you're going to get like as compensation from this, whatever this thing is. You're getting some sort of pain and suffering because you've had to really fight this whole way to get what was owed you or what you deserved. And it's not like you're even asking for anything crazy. You're just asking for what you deserved all along. And you didn't get it, but you will. Ultimately, you will finally and eventually get it. But your dreams do need a practical plan. So in the meantime, I mean, that is kind of out of your hands. You can ask Spirit to kind of help get this ball rolling on this. But again, that ball is rolling because the energy is gaining momentum. That's something in motion. That's something in movement. And you, in the meantime, taking some time to heal for yourself and also giving your dreams a practical plan. Like if this involves you getting compensated in money, planning what you're going to do with that money and planning smart things you're going to do. And I'm seeing 911 on the clock. And don't be alarmed when you see 911. It doesn't mean there's going to be an emergency. It's actually got an amazing and beautiful meaning. So AJ, there's another little message. Go look up angel number 911 because it's got a beautiful message. I'm not going to tell you what site to go to. Just use your intuition. Google angel number 911 and just go wherever you're feeling called. There's an additional message for you there. But ultimately, you're going to be just fine. It might take, again, it's already taken. It's already taken a lot longer than you're wanting, but it's just going to take maybe even just a little bit longer than you're wanting at this point. But ultimately, things are shaking out for your highest good. And I don't know, is this some sort of malpractice suit? Because that's really, they're showing me someone didn't operate the way they should have. Okay. All right, Kat, you are next, my dear, and then get to like a Ray. So go ahead and post your question. I don't know that I've seen Kat actually type in the chat tonight, but she did post, or I don't think she posted her question. She did donate. I do know that. I don't think I saw a question, but she's here. She's usually very, very timely with her questions. So number one, I'm planning to finally move this October on my own. I just want to know if this move is supported by Spirit, my spirit guides, as in, will I have a favorable outcome? Thank you in advance. Absolutely. Kat's move in October. We're tuning in. What's going on for Kat and her move in October? Let go of the need to be right with Peacekeeper. And also Wise One, grow within your current situation. So you are using your current life circumstances and what you've been going through and where you've been at to grow through it. Because growth means movement. You're growing through, it's like you've almost outgrown the place that you're at or the situations you're in. Even if everything seems fine, oh, workers' comp, that's very similar energy with what I saw. And these people don't want to have to pay, but they're going to have to pay. Are they going to have to pay? Yes. But you are growing through this situation. And like I said, it's not that your situation is bad by any means. It's just you've outgrown it. You're ready to spread those wings and fly away, little birdie, and experience some new stuff. And look, those birds have flown away and done what they did and came back home. So really, I do feel, even if you do move far, far away, eventually you will come back home. Even if you don't move back home like with parents or anything, but like maybe your hometown or your area of your home, you're going to be coming back home. Maybe that's even coming back home to yourself eventually. But this move does feel very supportive. But just letting go of the need to kind of micromanage how everything plays out, because Spirit does have an idea or kind of a path set for you. Of course, your free will really does have a lot to do with this, but Spirit's already got a pretty good roadmap for you laid out. Wow, there's already 4 cards, and I think we need to take them all. Rainbow blessings. Blessings are showering your life, so things will move forward for you, absolutely. But there is this need for solitude. In silence, peace prevails. So before you make this move, there's this little introspective, soul-searching time, especially also with this peacekeeper. So solitude and peacekeeper. This is you really feeling into your own inner environment and seeing, like, what is it I really want? Like, really doing that soul searching before you leave your home. Also, view from above, get the big picture. And what I was saying, surrendering to the journey, release control. Like I said, you don't have to micromanage how, every little area of your trip. Of course, make your plans, and if things don't go completely 100% always according to your plan, that's okay, because Spirit and your higher self have, like, it's almost like you're settling at times, Kat. It's like, well, I could never do that, so I think I'll just do this. It's okay. Spirit doesn't want you to settle anymore. Go after those big rainbow blessings that you deserve and desire. Go for it. Even if you like I say, shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you or don't make it, you'll land among the stars, something like that. And that's the energy they want you to be embodying, is just really knowing you deserve this fun move and this trip across to where you're moving, and just new experiences, getting out of your comfort zone, which you really are doing with this move. And it is greatly supported by Spirit. But let's grab a few tarot. We're going to go here to the Spacious Tarot for Kat. Make sure it's the right way. Here we go. All right. So we have here the World card. And you may literally be moving across the world. I think you had mentioned you were moving overseas or had interest in moving overseas. Great indication that that's going to happen if that's the case. At the very least, you're on the move. Things are moving forward for you for sure in October. What else for Kat? Favorable outcome for sure with the world upright like that. Yes, absolutely. What else for Kat? What's coming in October for Kat and her move? And Guardian of Cups. So this is the Queen of Cups in this instance. So you really are embodying that beautiful Queen of Cups energy. And I'm seeing this really loving, feminine Queen of Cups kind of energy vibe of like a spirit guide coming in to be your protector as you go overseas and you travel, and just learning a new language if that's something you have to do, or just knowing how to be an operating member of society where you're going. What else? Oh, there's too many. These things shuffle like a dream, so I could probably just shuffle for days and days. Spirit has to almost spit them out for me. Yes! Wish fulfillment. So this is going to be like a dream come true for you. Again, even if things don't always go 100% according to your plan, what actually does happen and transpire instead of the plan you have laid out is going to be so much better. You're making this wish, you're making it happen, as just Sandy says, and it feels really good. Again, it's not going to come without its challenges, I should say, but I think October in and of itself, you getting moved over there and settled in and everything, it's going to go off just fine. Even if things don't go 100% according to plan, you're going to be flexible enough to be able to move with that beautiful Queen of Cups energy. That's a flexible queen. She can pour that beautiful water into any sized cup and it's going to level out, right? So you're going to be just fine. But there might be a few good surprises along the way, or like choices to make that maybe you didn't take into account, because we have here the Page of Cups, but these are good surprises, like exciting surprises. And I said surprises before I even picked it because it landed face down for me. I love it. And then on the back of the deck, there's your decision, there's your choice. So this might have to do with that love interest that's already over there, and making a relationship out of the roommate kind of situation that you're going to start as, and then developing it into something more long-lasting and intertwined. Soulmate relationship, soulmate connection, right? Ooh. Exciting, Kat. And then on the back of the deck, new love, Ace of Cups. So absolutely. And then also, the Sun. So there's beautiful, beautiful, nothing, no big red flags, just maybe keeping in mind that everything's not going to go 100% according to plan, but that's kind of to be expected with any kind of travel plans or moves, right? We always overestimate something or underestimate something else, and just go with what is going on because Spirit's directing you exactly where you need to be. So looks like it's going to be good. Awesome, Kat. All right, go ahead and post your next question, Kat. Then up after Kat, we've got somebody. We got. I can't remember at this point. Oh, I think it was Get to Lekka. All right, put these away. So Kat's going to post her second question, and then Get to Lekka will post her question. Drink of my water. Okay. Thank you. Will not be moving with Becco. Okay, not sure about him. But there may be another love interest that you're meeting over there. That could be what that lovers is representing. My next question is just wanting to know about my next long-term partner, personality and physical traits. Okay, let's get into that. We're going to pull out the archetype deck. It's a great place to start for personality and physical even. Let's just see for Kat's next long-term partner. Here we go. The Destroyer, releasing what's potentially destructive and preparing for new life. So this person may be a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or prominent placements. I mean, it might be him. I'm just afraid to move in with him. I see what you're saying. Anyway, yes, this person could be a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or prominent placements within Scorpio. This is someone who likes to sometimes, like, they're showing me, like, this person would sell off all their belongings and get in a car and just travel for, like, a year. And then later on, they'll settle back down and get all their belongings again. But then, like, it wouldn't hurt them at any point to just give everything up that they have and go in a new direction. Like, that's that Destroyer energy right there. Very Scorpio energy for sure. Hey says, yeah, I can do a quick yes or no. Yeah, we can add that to what we have. That's gonna be okay. And then after that, absolutely no more. I'm gonna take care of myself tonight. Alex, welcome. I haven't seen you in a hot minute. Welcome. All right, what else for Kat? Next love interest. Okay. We've got here servant, or not next love interest. I meant next, like, love partner. Okay, long-term commitment. Delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. Yes, like I said, this person would give you the shirt off their back. They would be very happy to do anything for anybody that needed them. And this person just wants to give. They're a giver, for sure. Mixed with that Destroyer is kind of a cool combination, if you ask me. Let's go to the Light Seers Tarot. Any other personality traits or anything that Kat can know about this next love interest? Ooh, we've got the Wheel here, the Wheel of Fortune. So this person's going to feel like a dream come true, or like you hit the jackpot in some way. They probably will look very along the lines of like what your type is, your ideal type, or just when you see them, it's kind of attraction at first sight kind of vibe. What else? Right. We also have strength, so they could also have Leo, so they could have strong Sag, not Sag, maybe Sag, because I accidentally said that, but I meant Scorpio, also Leo. Sag is also fire, so Leo and Sag are fire signs, and then Scorpio is a water sign. But this person is very strong, both muscularly and also inner strength, because I think this person growing up had to really count on themselves because other people just didn't show up for them. And that's why, they want to show up for others the way they didn't get someone showing up for them as well. So they're a giver, not so much a taker all the time. They like to give. Ooh. And Nine of Pentacles. So hard work is paying off. This person is a hard worker, and their hard work will pay off. They're probably someone who's going to be very financially abundant and well off. We also have the King of Swords and the Emperor on the back of the deck here. So again, with the fire energy there, lots of fire, lots of just not domineering in a bad way, but like someone who knows what they want and they're going to go get it, not at the detriment of other people, but because they're very giving and very caring about what other people want, need, and deserve. But they're going to absolutely accomplish their goals with this combination. This person, hands down, is a leader. They're going to not just lead and get what they want in life, but they're going to give that help up to other people because they finally have the advantage, and then they're going to give that advantage to other people. But also with this King of Swords, they're probably someone who's very funny, very witty, very quick with their comments, and they're probably someone older than you, because the Emperor and the King of Swords, I mean, probably not like an old man kind of energy, but older than you, maybe even darker skin tone than you, maybe even different ethnicity than you, but not too much of a darker skin tone than you, because look, they seem very on par with very similar, but maybe just slightly different nationalities, or maybe this person's a mix of two nationalities. Let's see. I'm going to do one more just quick little rundown of what you can expect in this relationship between the two of you. And we've got here calling in your soulmate. So it says your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So this is you being able to connect to this person now. You don't have to wait till you meet them. You can start connecting to their higher self now. And keep an open mind, which is funny because this card normally talks about, that your soulmate might look different than your normal type. Even if that's true, this person, the second you see them, it's like you're going to have this knowing or this beautiful feeling that comes over you that you know that's your person. So even if they do look slightly different, or maybe they're a different ethnicity than you're used to dating, but you're going to know right away, this is my person. So I hope that resonated for you, Kat. Sounds like beautiful energy. This person is very giving and very at the pinnacle of their life. They're going to be someone who's very, very successful, and not only getting a bunch of wealth, but sharing it with a lot of people. Oh, he's a Sagittarius sun and Scorpio rising, and he's Mediterranean looking as well. Okay. So this to me says you probably will go down this road to love with Beko. So, keep an open mind. Maybe things will work out. You don't have to be afraid. I think that's what that keep an open mind means, is you don't have to be afraid. It's all going to work out just fine. All right. Let me get these put away and get to Lucky's already got her question. Thank you for that. Let me get into that. These put away. Oops. What do we got for Gitaleka? Number 1. Have I been incarnated in this family before as an ancestor of myself with my family members? Any significant thing I should know from earlier incarnation which is affecting me now? I love that question. And interesting, I put these two back. I normally, almost always, will go to this Angels and Ancestors deck when Gitaleka asks a question. So here we go. What's going on for Gitaleka? Was she incarnated? I'm already getting a big yes. I think this is on your father's side. Once again, this is the side you tend to incarnate on most frequently. We've got here Stag, trust and thrive. So I'm really picking up a masculine energy in the past life. This to me feels, okay, so they're showing me the number 4. So you're 4 times great-grandfather. So this would be your great-grandfather, great-great-grandfather, great-great-great-grandfather, great-great, 4 greats. 4 greats back on your father's side. That was you. That's who you were in that incarnation. So let's see what lessons you, or what you should know from that early incarnation that's affecting you in this life. I'm already getting this, with this trust and thrive here, I'm seeing like you knowing you can provide for yourself and have stability. Because I think this great 4 times grandfather really had a hard time making sure everyone was provided for in the family, and seeing success and getting ahead in life. It was very hard, very rough life a lot of times, but this person was in tune with spirit. I'm seeing especially Hindu, very religious, or at least very spiritual, leaned on their faith a lot. see beyond the current situation. But you're bringing this gift of not so much religion into this life, but more on the spiritual side of just wanting to feel connected to your guides, your angels, your ancestors. This is something that you continue in this incarnation as well. But let's go to the tarot. Let's go to Light Seers Tarot again. Planning to look into Patreon on Friday. It's holiday on Friday. That's so cool. Well, we will welcome you with open arms over there, Ginteleka. We're already having such a good time over there. Oh, one of your ancestors was a saint, you heard. Well, that could be cool if that actually lines up, that it was your great 4 times grandfather on your dad's side. We also have the King of Cups here. So this is that emotional fulfillment and contentment. Not just being able to provide for the family, but feel very emotionally connected to the family. And that's something that in that incarnation, this person, even if they couldn't always put a sufficient amount of food on the table, there was always plenty of love to go around. There was even an instance of, they're showing me like an arranged marriage. Maybe this grandfather's marriage was arranged by their parents, but they didn't try to force that kind of paradigm onto their children. Or if they did do that, if that was just the accepted norm of the day, you as this great 4 times grandfather of yourself were very lenient and let the daughters in that line decide who they wanted to marry, or at least have a major input. It was never forced on them, and it was always, even if it was arranged marriage, it always felt, at least to this person's daughters, that it was a love match, because that was very important to this person. Getting chills now. It's like this person didn't get to marry for love, but they found the love along the way with who they were with. So it wasn't your current family members present with you then. Let's see if one of the, I'm already picking up your father was in that life. And I know you and your father do go round and round in many lives together. So this would have been his 3 times great grandfather, which would have been you in that life. Let's just see if he was involved in that life. They're already giving me a yes, but let's just see if you were if your father was one of the daughters, or a son, or a friend, or the wife. Like, we don't know. Let's just see. Let's see. Okay, wow. Queen of Cups, or Queen of Swords, sorry. So I think this was the king to your queen, the queen to your king. So this would have been, he was his own 3 times great grandmother, and you were your own 4 times great grandfather. So he was the feminine, you were the masculine, married as a arranged marriage in that life, but you did learn to love each other. But you still were very independent people. Like your father, who was your wife in that life, wow, this can get convoluted real quick. Even though he had a lot of, wifely things to do around the home and everything, he still had a very independent lifestyle where he didn't need you to be there doing a whole bunch of things or telling him what to do. Like, it was a marriage of convenience, like an arranged marriage, but also along the way, you guys did become really good friends and love each other. As you said, did I have a healing energy? Yeah, absolutely you did. And especially because it's the King of Cups coming out. This is a healer. If any there were of the King suits, this is the healer right here. He's very tuned into his emotions and healing emotions. So yes, absolutely. Cool question. I like that. All right. So let's see. Your second question is guidance from spirit, angels, higher self. Oh, life has been hectic. With less sleep. Anything I should know? Okay, let's feel into this for Ginteleka. I think we're going to Modern Witch Tarot in just a second after I put these away. Your second question, guidance from spirit, angels, and higher self. Here it is. As life has become hectic with less sleep, anything Ginteleka should know? Wow, 3 of Pentacles. So this is you working in communion with other people or collaboration with other people, delegating responsibilities or delegating tasks that really you don't have to be the one involved or doing, but you're still doing a lot of work. There's a lot of work on your plate that could actually be delegated to other people that You don't have to be the one to do that. But I think the superior or the boss at your job is really seeing that hard work that you're doing, and they really are just taking notice of all this hard work. And come time for you to get some sort of promotion or bonus or raise, they're going to be looking at you with some dollar signs, like there's money coming your way as a result. And there's some Queen of Wands energy. So this is someone, the Queen of Wands, even though she's very inspirational and passionate and really working and doing the thing, she can still get burned out. And I really do see that in this instance where she's just needing to sit down and take a little break, take a little rest. So making sure when you are not at work and you do have that downtime and that quiet time, that you aren't, filling up your to-do list around your home and doing things. Just let some of the responsibilities that aren't like complete priorities that are pressing upon you, let them slide for just a week or two. Maybe even during your holiday break that you're having or your vacation, allowing yourself to just unwind and just rest, relax, catch up on sleep. That's going to really help you. But really, ultimately, this is leading to more financial abundance. Again, with the Pentacles, that promotion that superior wants to offer you for all the hard work, it will pay off. But again, make sure you're balancing this out with self-care when you're not at work. So, rest, relaxation, not taking on too many other commitments. That will really help you with that. Let's see what else. Anything else for Getaleka? And just feeling tired with less sleep and life being hectic. Anything else you should know? Okay, so we have here Six of Cups too, which is all about nostalgia. And with this Ten of Pentacles, I was going to mention, making sure if you can spend time with your family, that you're also doing that as well. And especially with the Six of Cups, this is, spending time with family, maybe talking about the good old days and memories. Planning, oh wait, that's already, let's see. Oh, my chat was already way up there, so I'm coming back. So yeah, work and also carpenter painter at home. Oh, cool. It's affecting your free time temporarily. So see, this means even more to you than what I was giving you. That's really cool. And look, she's even got her like kind of carpenter overalls on, ready to get to work. So make sure you're not doing too much work or taking on too many tasks that are going to prevent you from getting the rest and relaxation that you deserve. Let's see. Let's get into this with this deck. Anything else Getaleka needs to know about getting more rest, relaxation, all of that. Happiness. So ultimately, this is, you are working towards something. So all this hard work you're putting in, it is something you can be really proud of ultimately, and it will lead to your happiness. But you slowing down just a little bit where you can will ultimately lead to your happiness. And again, hanging out with a companion or a family member, just doing quiet things where you're not having to get up and go and do a whole bunch of things, but maybe you're just sitting down and talking, having some tea or something. Really calming kind of activities will really benefit you as well. We also have journal. So journaling, writing things down, getting them out of your head, because a lot of times we have all these things bouncing around in our heads. It can make us that much more tired or feel more busy and exhausted. So journaling will really help you kind of temper that kind of chaotic feeling that you've got going on. Oh, so sorry. I'm getting a text message. Okay, so we've got here alone time. So spending some time alone. We were talking about hanging out with some family members, but also making sure you are getting your alone time. So make sure you're doing that. Okay, one more self-care message, because I think self-care is the name of the game here. One more. We've got here watch a movie. So she's just comfy, cozy, just hanging out, doing some very calming activities. So maybe watching a movie that calms you, not one that gets you all amped up. That might help. If you have a pet, just hanging out at home with your pet, or if you have plants, make sure you're nurturing your pets and your plants, all of that. But yeah, I think you're doing things really well. It's just being able to balance, to get a little bit of rest would really benefit you. And also your spiritual practice always can benefit as well. Okay, so I hope that resonated for you, Getaleka. Okay, the next question we have, we're getting there. We're getting to the last bit here. We've got Cha-Cha. Cha-Cha, go ahead and post your question. We'll get into that. Woo! And then we've got a yes-no from Hey Hey. And also Lunar. Lunar, we're doing her question. And then Vicky. That's what we're going to wrap it up with. You are so welcome, Getuleka. Get some rest, girl. And during your little break holiday that you're having coming up on Friday, Venus is the ruler of Friday. So make sure you're doing the self-love, the self-care, and all that on Friday. That'll really benefit you. Take a drink of my water as we wait for the next question to come in from Cha-Cha, aka Jumping Data Girl. Try to find the sweet spot with the straw, otherwise I'm sucking in so much air. Or hair, dog hair. And then I spit little droplets everywhere. Not used to this new water bottle. Well, it's not new, it's my husband's actually, but I kind of gave up on my old one because it's so old, it's like falling apart. And I'm trying not to drink out of plastic so much anymore, so metal, stainless, surgical steel is where it's at. Okay, what new information, insight does the universe want me to know about current situation? What can I do to help get me through this difficult time in home and friendship? I'm sorry you're going through the ringer right now. Let's just go to that same deck we were using for Sandy's question. Anything to help Cha-Cha. Ooh, we've already got these. But let me reread the question. Really tune in. So what new information or insight does the universe want Cha-Cha to know about the current situation? What can she do to get her through this difficult time in home and friendship? Okay, wow. So we have the World card. So there is a new cycle coming for you. Things are going to shift to something better. He is literally on top of the world there. He's like got his arms out like in victory mode. So you're going to overcome these things. But it does feel, it is painful. I mean, death is painful. This death card is nothing to be concerned about. This is just after a process of a death, maybe an ending of some of those friendships, or leaving behind some energy or a place or people that are just no longer serving you. But on the other side of that death is a rebirth, is the world. I mean, already you've got two major arcana. This is major transformational energy. These things are happening or shifting in your life to get you to embody more of the amazing gifts that Spirit has for you that maybe you've been denying or thinking you didn't deserve. And also we've got the Chariot, which is yet another major arcana energy. So this is you having to decide, do I stay? Do I go? Do I keep this friendship? Do I leave it behind? Do I move? Do I do this? You know, there's lots, and there's showing like 5, maybe 6 different areas of your life that you're kind of at a precipice of, do I do this or do I do that? And it's ultimately up to you to make that decision. And the Chariot in tarot does rule, or the sign of Cancer rules the Chariot card. So there may be a Cancer person in your life, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, prominent placements within the sign of Cancer in your chart, or in other people's charts in your life that are affecting the decisions you need to make. Also, we've got the 5 of Cups, but it's in the reverse right now. So really, this might be where you're feeling right now, which, you know, you're crying over spilled milk. You're crying over the woulda, shoulda, couldas. Why couldn't this have been different? But it came out in the reverse for you. So it's like you're seeing the silver lining already, or very soon you will see that I still have 2 cups that are upright. I don't need to cry over all this noise and BS from the past. You're going to see through to the silver lining of why all this crap has had to happen in your life so that you could overcome it. And as a result, you've got the Ace of Wands upright as well, which is all about new inspiration, new passion, getting an idea, a divinely inspired idea, and taking action on it. But this is something you want to take action on, this specific idea right away. And I do feel like you'll divinely know, okay, I need to make this choice and I need to make it now. And you need to make it right away so that that beautiful opportunity doesn't fizzle out, because this could be kind of a limited time only kind of offer that's being offered to you from Spirit. But let's see. Let's go in over here Moonology, anything else that Cha-Cha needs to know about this difficult time in her life. Okay, yes, and this one, these two as well. So we have here, communication is key with new moon and Gemini. So there may be just some haters in the branches of your life that you need to say, hey, it's time for you to get up on out of here, or just speak your piece, speak your truth. Because there are certain people that they think they know better than you, or they've been projecting their own BS onto you. BS, that stands for one bad word, but also belief systems. Maybe the way that they believe things to be true doesn't really align with what you know to be true in your heart. Could be political stuff, could be, religious stuff, like those talking points that come out like on social media these days. Like everybody's talking politics and medical freedom and blah, blah, blah. So it could be just differing opinions that are very like solidified opinions. Like you've got your very solidified opinion. This other friend has a very different solidified opinion, and they're just butting of heads because no one's going to change their mind here. So it's almost like you deciding to say, hey, you know what? I don't know if we can move forward with this, or agreeing to disagree. That could be a step you're taking. I don't think you have to cut everybody out. I don't see that, but there may be one specific person that it's just better for you to go your separate ways. Adjustments are required. That could be that deciding to go your separate ways. Again, with that Chariot energy, this person you're deciding to split from could be a Cancer. Cancer sun, Cancer moon, Cancer rising, other prominent placements within the sign of Cancer. And we've also got the energy is gaining momentum. So that ball is rolling. Things are turning in your favor very soon. Where is that world card? It's here somewhere. Yeah. The ship is righting. You're righting that ship very soon. And I said writing, like the ship is righting, but I also heard riding, like you're riding on a ship. Maybe you're taking a cruise or going on some sort of trip, which the Chariot could also indicate. Going on a trip, movement in a new direction, literally or figuratively. So you're on the move. You're going to get through this. I really do feel it just might be a little more shaky ground with that Death card, but ultimately you've got inspiration to go in a new direction because of what's transpired, because of all this craziness you've been through. So let's just get one more. Where are we going? We're going to go to this deck. I don't even know what this one is. New one. This is the Archangel deck, I think. Archangel messages. I could be wrong. What else does Cha-Cha need to know about this situation and this hard time she's going through in home and friendship? These three. There's three of them. Archangel Charity. Give with an open heart and be generous. This is advice from Spirit. Also, Archangel Zadkiel. It's time for transmutation. That death, that rebirth energy, transmutation energy. It's a very 8th house thing, but it's also 8th house doesn't only deal with, the death of something. It deals with the beginning of something new as well. But carry the violet flame. So looking into the violet flame of transmutation, and in addition to Archangel Zadkiel, I always associate the violet flame of transmutation with Saint Germain. So look up Saint Germain if you don't know who that is. I'll call also Archangel Mariel. Manifest for the highest good. Work with pure love. So you are manifesting exactly what you need for the highest good of all. Even if that looks like you cutting ties with a specific person in your life, it will be for the highest good of all involved, because you'll just be much happier people without being all up in each other's business, or whatever's going on between you and this friend, and just the things going on at your home. But show the world the real you. Be authentic. Speak your truth. With that communication card we got earlier, speak your truth from that authentic place. And they have no right or leg to stand on to deny your authentic truth. Because I don't think you would do that to them. You would not deny their authentic truth. So don't let them deny yours either. And if they're not hearing it, then, let bygones be bygones. Maybe go separate ways for a while. All right, Cha-Cha. That was a deep one, but I hope that brought you a little bit of guidance and clarity surrounding your situations. Okay. So I think Lunar is next, and then Hey will have a yes/no, and then Vicky. So that's gonna round us out. We're not taking any more donations because it's almost 10 o'clock here, and now I'm definitely feeling like it is time very soon for me to get to get to bed within the next hour. Oh, the landlord showed up and gave us 30 days to move out. Not planned an addition. Recently lost 2 friends and no clue why. It bothers me. I don't know why. Oh, man, that's hard. I'm so sorry you're dealing with that. Well, again, this is all happening for a reason. This major blow you've taken with this eviction or just notice to get out. That's hard, but like at the same time, I think you're going to move through it, and eventually you're going to see the silver lining. Remember, that silver lining is going to be very evident sooner than later. So you're going to actually say, okay, this actually is working out for us. Plot twist, I'm actually okay with the change and excited. Okay, see, you're already there. You're already there. You're already seeing those 2 cups upright in that 5 of cups. You're not crying over that spilled milk anymore. You're moving on and you're focusing on what you can manifest and what you can control. That's amazing. Yes. Oh, you're going to go last. Okay, so hey, go ahead and post your yes-no question. We'll get right into it. That shouldn't take long. The yes-nos take minutes, if not seconds at times. Oh, my mom became a patron. That's so funny. Look, my mom became a patron. Aw, so sweet. Love it. Okay. So she said she was selling the house. I actually think it's okay. I'm happy. Good. I'm glad you're happy. Okay. Hello, Amanda. I wanted to know, will my mom ever move here to the same city as me? Funny that we're talking about moms when my mom just became a patron. So my mom just moved in my direction by coming to the area that I just created on Patreon, right? I just created a Patreon that is now live, and my mom just became a patron. I showed you guys that notification before I even read Hey's question. So I think this question having to do with your mom, you're going to get the outcome you want. I think she's going to be able to move to the same city as you if that's what you want. Again, keywords. Is that what you want? If it is, then I think absolutely you're getting that. Ultimately, that will happen. Let's see. What we got? There's something better. So I think it just might take a little bit of time, or maybe she's going to move somewhere else first, but eventually I do see her settling where you're at. Let's get one more. There might be this sense of forgiveness or something that happened in your relationship with your mom at some point that you're still feeling through. Like they call it the mother wound. Even if your mother was an amazing mother, we don't all get out of childhood unscathed because things happen, things are said, traumas are made, and it's no one's real fault. It just happens. So maybe you're kind of examining some things that transpired between you and your mom, or you forgiving yourself for ways you've treated your mom and all that stuff. So I think ultimately she will move to where you're at, or maybe it is that you're moving closer to where she's at, or you're meeting somewhere in the middle. There's just kind of a bit of a twist to this than just laying it out. Absolutely, yes. But ultimately, you will be able to see her or be closer to her than you have been. I do see that for sure. There's a fly flying around in here. Let's just get one more. Any other further quick yes/no guidance? Remain positive. So whatever it is you're wanting to manifest in this situation, remain positive. Keep that positive expectation as kind of the pinnacle for you, and you will have the outcome you desire. Again, it just might take a little longer than you're wanting to, but again, anything worth having in life usually does come with a bit of patience and work and dedication, right? So I hope that answered your question, hey, but I love that coincidence as well. I don't call them coincidences, though. I call them synchronicities. Truly, thank you. Exactly what I needed to hear, and the clarification was spot on. Yay! I'm so glad, Cha-Cha. Well, we are sending you good, positive vibes for moving to a place where you can really thrive and have some good times. All right. Lunar's question comes with a backstory. So, I was told someone who had wronged me in a past life would pay me back in this life, which I believe just happened today. Amazing. My question is, can you tell me what happened in this past life, if it's relevant, or a significant past life with this person, and also how can I pay this blessing forward, or maybe like a past life that's significant to me now? Okay, that was beautiful synchronicity. Yes, it was. Okay. They want to go to the Everyday Witch. I always want to call this Modern Witch, but I know it's Everyday Witch. You were right. It was simple to join as a patron. Thanks everyone for your support, likes, donations to Manage Channel. Donations give me hope for the future of starting a new home. Yes, all of your lovely donations do go to help my mom, whose house burned down in July of 2019. She's still living in a camper, but as of right now, it's looking pretty good that we're going to be able to break ground on her new home in the spring of 2022. So we're really excited. We've been able, with your donations here on the channel, we've been able to buy her an amazing antique table and chair set, a new couch that's used but new to her, a new freezer that is new, and some other things I can't think off the top of my head. But she's really, really expanding in those horizons and able to at least have some stuff to put in her home once we get that going for her. So I'm excited. Always taking forever to type my questions, so I post ahead of time. No, that's perfect. So let's feel into this. With the backstory, you were told someone who had wronged you in a past life would pay you back in this life, which you believe happened today. Can we tell Lunar if this happened, what happened in this past life, if it's relevant, or any other significant past life with this person? What's going on here? Okay, here we go. Okay, wow. So this is interesting. So we've got the Emperor here, and I'm already seeing like king, something to do with a king. I know we have tapped into lives where we picked up on that specific king and queen combo. I'm not picking up on that specific queen and king combo in this instance. This to me feels more like, I don't even know. This is like a Viking lifetime or like up north, like Norse gods and all of that kind of thing. This is way before like the times of, say, Henry VIII and Anne Boleyn and all that. This is way before that, but I think there was still karma being paid back in that specific life that we just talked about. I got major chills right now. This person was, I don't know if they called them emperors or kings or I don't know, but this was the person in charge of the lay of the land, off with their heads and all of that. That's exactly what you were feeling. Well, here it is. Yes, you were tuned in. So here we go. We're really diving into this. But this person actually, you were wrongly accused of something as a child. So you were actually a boy in this life, or if you were feminine, you were very masculine. You showed up very masculine and wanted to, okay, that's exactly what they're showing me now. So yes, you were a female, but you, okay, wow, dishing it out. You would a lot of times pose as a male to be able to have experiences and privileges that you wouldn't have as a female. Almost said that specifically, but wanted to keep it vague. I'm glad you kept it vague because this beautiful synchronicity really lets the magic apply here. I'm also seeing like runes or, almost like constellations drawn here. So maybe there's a download you're getting from that, but I'm seeing something to do with you learning something to do with runes or old symbolism that is actually a gift you had in this life that you're going to be able to carry over into this life. But the karma that had been paid actually was this ruler, you posing as a male so many times, you're female, you need to stay in this role. Like, you got called out a few times and would kind of move around the area and do what you wanted as a more masculine energy. And you wouldn't even try to pretend you were a boy. You would just kind of show up more in that masculine energy. And it's not your fault if you're a girl and they mistook you for a boy. But there was something, oh, wow, with these Nordic vibes I've been getting. Well, there you go. That's just your bang on intuition synchronicity that you're on the right track here. But in this life, this person basically didn't like what you were doing, being able to morph between male and female and just come and go as you pleased. If this situation called for you to be female, you were female. If this situation called for you to be male, you would be male. And that was not okay at the time, at least under this ruler here. And so you were actually put to death for just taking your own willpower and sovereignty and doing what you wanted. So that they took your life ultimately, and they weren't the one with the the sword or the whatever, but they were the one that ordered the hit or the death of you for just coming and going, doing what you pleased, and also the knowledge that you had. And you were still on the younger side. So you were under like age 20, I want to say, or around 20 years old when your life was taken. Very cut short because you were on to some amazing things. I mean, you had knowledge that you weren't allowed to have. This like knowledge and sharing of knowledge was a masculine thing, but you posing as the boy, a lot of times you would be let in on meetings that you shouldn't have been in, and got knowledge that you shouldn't have gotten. And you even did, this is you taking that liberty, you even did steal. Yes, vulva, that is absolutely what you were. You even went in and stole back because someone had stolen something from your family line in that life. Someone had stolen that knowledge of, and it has to do, I've got major chills. This is like inner earth stuff. You had a connection with inner earth beings, the elementals, the earth and at large. Can you see these chills? Look at that. Look at that. Yes. Oh my gosh. It's just full body. Even my cheeks feel very chilled up. But you went in and stole back your family's, like, I'm seeing like maps, I'm seeing knowledge, and you took that back, but you didn't hide it good enough. And that is also part of why your life was taken. But you were just getting started in that life, and then boom, cut short. And you actually, I mean, that was kind of an exit point in that lifetime, but as far as your soul's evolution, that was actually not even meant to happen. It was a free will choice for you to go in and steal your stuff back. That was then kind of the chopping block that you were put on as a result. But then you did come back in the life of Anne Boleyn to, again, it's always when we connect, these chills go crazy. They really do. It was something to do with the family line, and someone in that family, I think it was your father, I always forget his name, the Boleyn father, he was actually in this life with you as this leader, as this ruler that was like, off with your head in that life. And then basically he put you in harm's way, or kind of pushed you to be with Henry VIII to accomplish what you accomplished here. Again, karma. And no, I'm not seeing this as Dustin's energy at all. This is a family member, though. A male family member in this life is what I see. Could be your actual father or a brother. They're saying it's actually both. Almost like, wow, your father. Okay, yeah. And I think the reason, again with the chills, here we go again. I think the reason I was confusing brother and father is because in this life, your father was your father as Anne Boleyn, but also was the ruler in that one life. But also I'm picking up yet another life where you were both males, both brothers, and he like did you wrong in some way that it was an accident on the surface, but like karmically and all of this, it was to bring you to the surface, bring your gifts to the surface, to help you. And even in this life, like, being very religious and very strict with the ways of operating in the life. And it's interesting, we've literally pulled 2 cards and we've gotten all this information. I love when spirit really delivers like this. But what I see is you being able to not have to hide eventually, not have to hide who you are and the knowledge you have. You're not going to have to hide that in this life with your father, which might sound like quite the undertaking, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Woo! And that's his, again, he paid back something to you now, but I think ultimately his greatest payback will be to accept you for exactly who you are. This beautiful vulva with all this knowledge that you're bringing on deck in this life. We've always connected in a spiritual kind of way, but I've always been stubborn with beliefs to him. I'm respectful but stubborn. Yeah. And I feel like he loves how connected you are if he thinks you are connecting to the Christian God that he connects to. But if he were to realize that your spirituality is much different than his, it would shake something up within him, or maybe it already has. But ultimately, that's meant to happen because he ultimately, once again, with the word ultimately, because I'm hearing ultimatum as well. Maybe in past lives that was like an ultimatum, but even if he doesn't come around to your way of thinking, he's going to at least respect you for having your own faith and being so devoted to whatever it is you do. Okay. So I hope that resonated. What a crazy, really cool path we just went down. I love it. Wow. I love past life questions like no other, you guys. I love them. Yes, absolutely. And I think he's just going to come to a healthy respect for that. Even if he doesn't understand exactly, and you don't even have to sit down and spell out to him, I do this and I do that. You don't have to spell anything out. It's just kind of subconsciously he's going to figure it out. And you're so welcome. Thank you for keeping my list. I appreciate that. All right, so I think Vicky will be our very last reading, and I'm going to write her timestamp. So 3 minutes, 5 seconds, or 3 minutes, 5 seconds. Obviously not. 3 hours, 5 minutes, 00 seconds for Vicky's timestamp. And I think she just wanted a message from Spirit, but I'm going to scroll back. Oh, my Agni Manatite is rolling around the table. Okay. I'm going to go over here to PayPal notification. It's up here. Okay. We've got Vicky. Can I please have a general reading from Spirit? Anything they would like me to know right now? And yes, I will timestamp this as a comment. Let me not forget to do that. 3 hours, 5 minutes, 0 seconds for Vicky. So, general reading from Spirit, anything Vicky needs to know right now. We're going in with this beautiful Green Witch Oracle. I almost want to say Green Witch Oracle, or Tarot, I mean. I maybe hope someday they have one of those, because I would buy that. You're so welcome, Lunar. Absolutely. All right, what else? What's going on for Vicky? Anything Spirit wants Vicky to know right now? Okay. Wow, we've got memory here with the number 16, which adds up to 7, which is very spiritual, very introspective, very hermit energy. Beautiful number. With memory here paired up with spirituality, to me this really does feel like your mom coming through. She wants you to remember the good memories with her, and she's with you as you really deepen your spiritual connection. Let's just get a message from Vicky's mom. Anything? And she's saying bring Cheyenne in on this fun as well. So Vicky, if you want to show Cheyenne this question as well, feel free. Wow. Because I think both of you will benefit from this. She's saying it's a 2-for-1 special. Wow. Yeah, she wants you to believe in yourself, Vicky, and Cheyenne, by way of Vicky. But it says, the force that works through your soul, determining what's possible or impossible, the difference between success over failure, and above all, who you are, is the power of your belief. So your BS, or your belief systems, really do shape your reality, Vicky. And now more than ever, you're realizing this. You're seeing when you really do have those positive expectations, things really do start to work out for you. And when you tend to worry and throw doubt at things, things start to crumble under you. But this is really happening for you right now because you're meant to overcome a lot of those limiting beliefs. But also find your center. Your outside world is a reflection and a manifestation of what's going on inside you at this time. When the outside world becomes so hectic and stressful that your anxiety starts to overwhelm you, then this is an ideal moment to stop and ask, when was the last time I checked in with myself? So Vicky, really checking in with yourself, really putting your hands even like this on your heart center and saying, how do I feel right now? Am I sad? Am I cold? Am I mad? Am I hungry? Really feeling into your body, into your emotions, into anything that's going on around you or spiritually, and just dusting off other people's ish. Just dusting it off, getting it off of you, because I think you are someone who picks up a lot of other people's energy, and your mom really wants you to focus on kind of almost getting selfish with your own time, that introspection, that number 7 we got earlier. And let's go to the surrender deck. There's something she's wanting you to surrender to. What is it that Vicky's mom wants her to surrender to? We've got here surrender to prayer. So that is that beautiful spiritual connection, having those beautiful memories and connecting to your more spiritual side. So give yourself over completely to prayer. When you pray from your heart, again with the heart is very important for you. Heart activation, heart expansion, palpitations, tightness in the chest. These are things I think, Vicky, you've been experiencing already, so you're already in this. But when you pray from your heart, you will be heard throughout the universe, and answers and support will arrive. You don't have to do it all alone. Everything that you're trying to accomplish, you don't have to work by yourself. You have spirit with you, working as a partnership. What else is going on for Vicky? Two of paper, page, options, decisions, and dreams. So this to me feels very Two of Wands energy as well. You making plans for the dreams, for the future, and what you have going on. There's also these talking spirit cards. Let's get a very distinct message from Vicky's mom. Anything Vicky's mom wants her to know about her, about Vicky's mom. I am with the rest of the family. So other family members that passed away before her, they met her with open arms, and she is with them now. But she's also with the family that is still here. She's watching over you guys and loving you still, and just very present in your lives and very curious and aware of what you've got going on. Also, we have here, I was met by so many loving people. Yes, I was with the rest of the family, met by so many loving people. She was entered into heaven or beyond the veil with open arms. One more message for Vicky from her mom. Okay, here it is. I'm learning over here. So especially, she's like, I'm learning that thing I never got to learn. But she's really learning a lot. And interesting with the Two of Paper, it's like you're learning something, and in tandem, your mom is also learning something. There is this almost like graduation feeling, like you've accomplished something. Here is your diploma kind of feeling. And your mom is really learning a lot about even like family and the way she acted in like certain dynamics, or certain family members that are still here and also that did cross over. She's able to learn from mistakes she made in relationships, mistakes others made with her in their relationship with her. She's just learning a lot. On the back of the deck we have here, my death was painless. Please don't worry or hold on to guilt. So if you did feel she was in a lot of pain at the end, or that you just didn't get that exact closure you wanted, there's no reason for you to feel guilty, because she, everything happened exactly as it was supposed to. And she's showing me, yeah, this flopped out right again. I'm shuffling it all back. But it wasn't painful. Even if she looked like she was in pain, her soul, like I said this on someone else's, on a live stream, it came really to me, and she's saying the same thing, is even if she looked like her body was in pain at the time of her passing or right before, her soul was kind of more on the periphery, where she didn't have to feel all of that pain in her soul. Physically, her body, as it was breaking down, felt it, but her soul didn't have to feel all of that. So I hope that resonated for you, Vicky, and brought you a little bit of guidance and clarity. Your mom kind of hijacked the reading at the end there, but I think you just needed a little check-in from your mom. She just wants you to know she loves you and she's here for you. I got chills. Chills. So you guys, that's all I'm going to have time for tonight. But I will be back here on the live stream on Saturday. Probably, I'm still trying to kind of get my bearings with adding this whole new element of Patreon into my life and trying to figure out my work schedule, because as of right now, I've just been working 7 days a week around the clock, and I'm already starting to feel that I better dial it back a little bit or I'm going to burn out. So I think I still will go live Saturday, but I'm probably going to try to keep it shorter than my regular 4 to 5, sometimes almost 6-hour live streams. I just need to take care of myself and make sure that I'm, fulfilling other commitments with Patreon and just my regular content on my other channels, and the personal readings people are booking and I'm doing as well, which I'm currently booked to almost the end of October at this point. So things have really filled up, and I'm not complaining at all. I'm just very happy about that. But I just want to make sure I have enough time for you guys and for me and for, just all the other people in my life that I need to show up for as well. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a beautiful rest of your evening, day, morning, whatever time it is where you're at. And just a reminder I have a Patreon now, which is linked in the description below, where you can find behind the scenes access and just exclusive content over there on Patreon. And thank you so much, Lunar. I appreciate that. And also, my main channel, I posted a video earlier today. It's the very first thing linked in the description. It is a message from heaven, a message from a crossover loved one, which we just got for Vicky as well. But yeah, it's a pick a card reading. You can check that out if you haven't already and would like a message from Spirit. Otherwise, I also have hundreds of other pick a card readings and intuition tests over there to keep you busy between live streams when I am over here. Yeah, and if you want to check out the Patreon, again, that link is in the description below as well. You can check out my offerings over there and see if anything looks like a fit for you. We would love to have you over there in the family over there. And yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. I am tired, and I love you guys so much. It's always, I just never want to leave because it's so high vibe over here. But I will just reread. I kind of read a snippet of this, but it says, it's crazy how on point my intuition was for those minute details like the vulva, the runes, but never look deep into it. It really makes me feel so much more connected. You are connected. Absolutely you are. You always have been. It's just you're learning to trust, which is beautiful. But I love each and every one of you, and I will check you later. Thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. You really, truly do. See you right here back at the Den Creative. Also over on Patreon, over on my main channel. Everything linked in the description. I love you. I love you. I love you. Goodbye. I need to dial it down because I need to calm myself down so I can go to sleep. Love you guys. Bye.